Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Who am I right now? Things you would find in a refrigerator.
Well,
Things you would find in a refrigerator.
What are you about to do with it?
Survey says.
Oh, see, I was going to say Steve Harvey, but you're holding him. I wasn't sure if you were going to do the thing like Karnak, like Johnny Carson holding your head. That's why I was like,
I was just going to go down the line and see which one of you guys got closest.
I knew it was Family Feud. I just didn't know if you'd go in old school or new school.
No, I don't really know. Isn't Drew Carey new school? Isn't he still doing it?
No.
Drew Carey's Who Lines It Anyway?
No, well, no. That's Aisha Tyler.
Right.
Price is Right is Drew Carey.
The Drew Carey show.
Yeah, best no cards I've had. Also, has anyone talked about the fact that Fran's trapped outside of San Francisco? Have we talked about this yet?
No,
Has this happened at all?
Did he go to Apple?
Greg.
Fran Mirabelle, of course, went and did the Borderlands live stream with me in Dallas. And then he's like, I'm going to hang out in Dallas the rest of the weekend. And Jen and I are like, we're going to go to Chicago. We'll see you later. See some family, right? By the way, that's Hispanic Heartthrob, Andy Cortez.
Hey, guys.
Hey, over there.
Tim.
Oh, that's how it is now? Okay.
That's how it is.
So Jen and I bounce. We go to Chicago, have a 25 and a half hours on the ground. You report to O'Hare Airport Sunday night. Let's go home. On the way there, get the text message. You've been delayed an hour. No big deal, whatever. Get there. Get the other text message. You've been delayed another hour. Get another text message. Now you're up to, it's 9:15 as this 6 o'clock flight is going on. It's like, that's weird. Go to the United Lounge, get in there, see all the San Francisco flights are delayed. Tweet about it, get the response articles back of like, oh no, this is a huge problem.
Down, yeah.
They've gone through and for the next 3 weeks, they've shut down part of the runway. So all sorts of flights are getting delayed and canceled and all this crap. We do a whole thing. I know you're all sick of airport stories, so I won't give it to you. But we do a whole thing of like stand by on one flight, run across the whole O'Hare to another thing, settle on that, bet on this, it works out, we come home. Whew, dodged a bullet. On the waiting, see one Andrea Renee tweeting about it from Fargo. Like, oh man, I can't, or she was trying to connect to Denver. Can't get out of Denver.
Don't you know?
Oh, don't you know? I don't think anything of it, except yesterday, Monday, a full day after Fran Mirabelle was supposed to be back in San Francisco, he tweets, my third flight has been canceled from Dallas. I can't escape Dallas. Yeah. And I text him like, holy shit, you're still there? And he's like, yes, because it's a smaller airport, or, connection at least. They're canceling them left and right. I can't leave here. And I was like, what about this? What about that? And he's like, I've tried that. I'm at the Apple event today. Big deal, no big deal. First Apple event, got my little lanyard here.
How long are you going to wear that lanyard for? It's like
as soon as we talk about it, I'll get it off and then throw it on your fucking face so you know you're a failure.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
All right.
It's cool. It's quality, right? Quality. Yeah, sure.
Go and touch it.
But anyways, I'm sitting there and my phone gets an alert during the Apple event and I open it up and it's like, it's now time to board your flight to Denver. And I was like, Fran is still not in San Francisco. Now he's going to Denver. Will that be easier to get here? I don't know.
Well, he needs to fly into San Jose.
That's what I mentioned too. It's you know how it gets to that point when you get introduced to a new problem and you're like, oh hey, what's up? And the person you're talking to is like, no, I've been living the problem for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like I've run through the scenarios. I stopped doing things, but I'm not sure where Fran is anymore.
So wait, was your flight? When did you leave for Borderlands?
We left Thursday.
What day of the week? What date was that? Do you know? Not what day of the week.
I know. It was the 5th.
Okay, yeah. So they didn't start the construction, I think, until the 7th.
Okay.
So that's when they started doing even that day delays started happening.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
It's bad
specifically
news
for me.
But what do you think he's doing?
I don't know. That's my thing.
Wait, what's wrong with
What do you think he's doing?
I'm leaving for vacation on Thursday. So my flight may or may not go to Japan.
Yeah.
And if I get, this is the thing that's causing me a lot of stress right now, is that I've prepaid my hotels because you get a better rate on them. So I was like,
United.
United.
Yeah, smart.
And the United texted us 2 weeks ago saying, hey, if you want, you can totally get a credit for this flight. That's how bad it's going to be. And I was
here's what we know about Fran Mirabella right now. He's trapped in Denver. His flight has been delayed an hour and 5 minutes. Will that one get better? We don't know.
Tomorrow. I love how we can get real time.
I don't understand why Fran just doesn't book a flight to Oakland.
Again, you don't want to ask those questions. You know what I mean?
Dude, at this point, I'd be like, no, you guys give me the credit. And just book me going someplace. I'll just rent a car or take an Uber out.
But that'd be. We can check in with Fran right now.
Oh, yeah,
Trust
call
me.
him. Great.
He wants the podcast. He's got nothing to do over there. He's sitting there watching the thing keep ticking
Wonder
back.
how cold he is,
Hello.
Fran, it's Greg Miller. You're on the Kind of Funny podcast. How are you?
Oh, beautiful.
I was just updating everyone on your Where in the World is Fran Mirabella the third trip. I see that you're now in Denver, but you are delayed an hour and 5 minutes.
Yes, I'm at the Fat Tire Brewery shop here.
I like that. Drink it through. Yeah, that's how you gotta self-medicate to get through this. How are your spirits right now?
Got a cocktail?
You know, I'm feeling 50% out of 100, to be honest. I'm a little worn down.
I imagine you were supposed to come home Sunday, correct?
Yeah. And then, now, part of this is my fault, because I said, you know what? I like tacos. I'm going to stay in Dallas one more night, because it's delayed anyway. Let's just have some fun. But then, because it got delayed Monday at 3, and then they canceled it at like 10 p.m. last night. So, got stuck there again.
Do you believe you'll get out of Denver and come home to us?
I gotta tell you, this has been the most optimistic I've been, actually.
Okay.
So, I gotta tell you know what? I don't want to answer the question.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna jinx it if I do.
Okay.
This is just playing with fire. You know, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I wish. Yeah, there was a lot of questions of why San Jose or Oakland. Have you thought about that? Did anyone run that by you?
I already looked into it. It's all the same like version of hell. So I figured go to Denver, and there's bigger flights out here. So I actually have confidence. I think I'm getting home tonight. It's gonna be a stream tonight, Greg. That's what I think.
Okay.
Back to work.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. I like your dedication. We'll see you on the Gamescast tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Is the show that slow today, huh?
No. It's never that slow. We just like talking about you and making fun of you.
You guys just care that much. Wow.
Exactly. No, yeah, that's right. We care that much. That's right.
Okay. Have a great show.
All right. Love you. Be good. Bye.
That's so scary.
Good.
You got to call somebody because he's not making the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified because not getting out seems one thing, but getting my flight back is still in the same window.
Yeah, because it's 3 weeks. The 26th/27th is when this is all supposed to
I'm
wrap up.
coming back like a week before that, so this is going to be a nightmare for me.
By then they have to have figured it out, right?
No, I don't think they can. I think they were literally like, we got a message saying, "Hey, this is going to suck. Like, there's nothing we can do." There's only 2. If I'm not mistaken, 2 runways in SFO, and they're closing one of them down. That's the problem. So it's like we always talk about, the joke is that SFO always has like delays. Well, they do, because when there's weather outside that's bad and the visibility's bad, they have to close one of the runways, which is why your flights constantly get delayed in and out. This is like everything's bad, and so starting at 9 in the morning, they're like, if you got a flight before 9, you're probably okay. Anything after that gets incrementally fucking worse, and like it's not gonna be good.
Now, does the runway? I'm sure we don't know here. I was wondering if it only affects.
Well, the problem is
domestic.
the runway crosses over the other runways.
Kev, I'm going to show it to you right now because when we had Luke Smith, he was here for We Have Cool Friends, a show you should check out, youtube.com/kindafunny, and see what's going on there. Where's Control? There's Control.
I called them and asked them if it was like, hey, I got an international flight. Like, what does that mean? And she was like, we don't know. Like,
well, you're the people.
No clue.
Well, she was like,
no one has that technology to tell you.
The woman was like, we just don't know what the impact's going to be. It could be a delay of 30 minutes. It could be canceled. We just don't know. Like, we don't know how bad the backup's going to get. But I think the international flights and the domestic flights land on the same runway.
Kevin, if you want to scroll down, I know you're dealing with all the, hey, please subscribe to San Francisco Chronicle. Everything's
It
on.
won't let me scroll.
It won't let you scroll.
Look at that.
Huh.
Nothing.
I'm
There's
not.
no bar either.
Wow, you wonder why no one's going to the site. Hold on, I'm going to do this then. I'm going to open the image in a tab for you, Kev. How does that sound?
I bet you the ad block is fucking with
Is
stuff.
it this? You want me to do this?
No, that's not it. I just sent you the. There you go. Click, throw that up.
Yeah, Air Canada. So those are
There you go.
those
Throw
are
it on up there,
international
buddy.
flights.
You see right there, that's the situation we're dealing with in terms of, if you're not seeing it, you are correct, Nick. There's 4 different runways. They crisscross, though, and it's the midsection there. When Luke was leaving yesterday, I had been like, man, who are you flying? He's like, Delta. I'm like, oh, thank God. This is mainly affecting United. And then he got there and it was delayed as well. But it wasn't as bad.
I feel like you should be on a green screen with this behind you going,
Oh my God.
so what we're seeing here, everybody, is
Do we have that
there's a
technology,
lot of
Kev? Can you
closers.
green screen me right
It
now?
would take too long.
It would
All
take
right,
a while.
fine.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it.
Nick,
How about
Yeah.
this then? Go widescreen. Put it on green screen. Then I'll pose. Then whoever wants to can put me on this. You know what I mean?
seems like
That'll work too.
All right, how about this then? Audience members who want to put me on this image of runway at SFO, just find any photo of me and use the lasso tool to get me and put it on. There you go. Tweet it at me at Game Over Greggy.
Nick, now that you've had more time to kind of assess the situation, was there no possibility of changing your flight to one of the other
Well, the question becomes,
airports?
Jesus.
I was choking,
So
but I was
there,
trying
yeah.
to finish the sentence. I didn't have to.
Try to cross the finish line
Yeah.
before. I understand. I've been there.
I think there was a possibility of doing that, but I can't remember. There was a reason why we
You're a man who
didn't
likes
do
risk.
it.
I get it.
That's not Nick.
I think they were allowing us to change flights within the airport, and I think that if they, I think this is what she said, and I could be wrong about this, but because it was a week ago that I called, and that was a long time ago. But I think they were only offering us changing flights within the same airport. So we could change it to a different day, but they were not offering a change of airport until, I guess, she said, we'll text you like 24 hours beforehand. And if it's that bad, if we think we're going to cancel the flight, then you can change airports. So there was a possibility that I'll have to fly to like San Jose or LAX or something like that. Oof. But the problem is, like, how do I get down to LAX without flying out of SFO? I'd have to fly out of, Oakland. So it's going to be a nightmare.
You leave when again, sorry?
I leave Thursday. Or maybe never.
I have faith.
We'll see. I don't care. I don't give a shit on the return flight. Because to be perfectly honest,
I do.
If
I need you here,
yeah, but I mean that's like that. That's not going to be as stressful for me because you guys can just figure it the fuck out. But if that gets delayed by a day or half a day or whatever, I won't care because we come back on Saturday. So if I come back Sunday night, it's fine. I'll gut it out for everyone.
Only problem that sucks is like if you get delayed at the airport.
That's gonna suck.
Like I'm sure Fran wouldn't have cared as much about the delays if he didn't have to go to the airport to find out it's canceled. Fuck.
Well, I mean, we'll look ahead of time, and hopefully United will do a better job at of testing us, being like, hey, this is not looking so well. But what the hell am I gonna do? It's not like we're gonna be in Japan.
Have you thought about cancel a vacation? Just do a week in Japantown here in SF.
I put that past my wife.
Marafuku ramen.
I was like,
good.
Yeah. Kabuki.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking, I was like, maybe we should just get like a trip insurance real quick and just see if we end up not being able to go, if they'll pay out. But I don't think that's gonna fly.
You have to buy it when you do it.
Yeah,
and neither will you. Oh, fuck. Pretty good joke right there.
I'm telling you one thing right now.
Podcast that end the show. Go out of that. No, we're not there.
I will say this: if my trip gets canceled, I will not be telling you guys. I will just be staycating at home the rest of the time.
Smart.
Yep.
You'll end up in Napa.
You would be livid on social media.
No.
I don't know if you would. Nick doesn't do that often.
I don't think it's. I'm not. So I'll say this. It's not United's fault.
Well,
it's not their fault that SFO has to fix a runway. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Well, here's the thing: is actually though, it kind of is though, because SFO has to fix the runway. Runway. They told the air carriers, and I guess United was like, okay, cool, and like only wound down by 12% their flights.
Yeah,
they should have gone way less.
Yeah,
and that's the
that
thing.
makes sense.
Take a helicopter.
It's a shitty situation. You have to fix the runway. You have to fly out too. But
helicopters can land anywhere though.
Dude, I watched Succession. That's all they fly is helicopters.
I know.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm like 5 episodes in. I just can't get into it.
Oh no.
I need to really buckle down, and I'm trying to power my way through because I know how good it is. Yeah. But like
5, you should be hooked by now. If you're not hooked, it's not for you.
Yeah, like fucking Kieran Culkin. I'm just like, I just don't.
I hate his character, and I don't like him that much.
It's not one of those things that like these characters are unlikable because like I love shows where characters are unlikable. I don't like the acting. I don't love the actual, portrayal of the character. It's always weird for me whenever we talk about shows like Breaking Bad and they're like, the characters are so unlikable. You hear that as like a sort of common complaint. But to me, like that's a lot of the charm. I think like a lot of it is like meant to that you're supposed to kind of hate them and hate their intentions. And I kind of hate this guy's intentions too, and like his vibe. But I also just don't like the way it's acted. Like, I guess like in Harry Potter, old lady with the pink shirt. Like we hated her, but like it's like but she's fucking good. Yeah,
she nailed the role. That is the difference between like that. I've watched a couple episodes of Succession now, and I just think I just don't like the characters aren't redeemable. With Breaking Bad, you're like, no matter what Walter White did, you're like, I understand why he's doing it.
How many episodes of Succession did you get into?
I've only watched 2.
That's my thing is I hate it when everybody's like, it's got to get good. I think it's good from the start. I agree with you that when I started Succession, it was very much like, these people all kind of suck. But the deeper you get in, I feel personally, in season 1 especially, the more you start to see, like Kendall became like one of my favorite characters from going from a really weird, like when he's got the headphones on, he's like punching the back rest with the headrest when he gets out, and you're like, this guy sucks.
It's also that actor. Yeah, I just don't like I want someone cooler and more charming. Like I want like I just imagine like Robert Downey Jr.
Danny DeVito. Close. Yeah, that'd be a great one. That'd be a really good one. Yeah. But like I think it's one of those things and you'll never get to. It doesn't matter. But like season 2, he's so good compared to how he was in season 1, based on the fact that how he's acting and like actually portraying the character. I love Succession.
Yeah, Greg, I know you have some really important things to talk about today.
Why don't you apple everybody?
I know you have some real, but I mean, so do I. I just want to get my important things out there before we dive into your deep topics.
Well, before we do any of that, this is the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, usually four best friends gather on this table, each bringing their lives to the table to talk to you about them. If you like that, head over to to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early, ad-free, and pre and post shows if you want to toss a few bucks our way for doing a good job. If you don't, no big deal. You get a whole bunch of ads. Ha sucker. And no pre and post show. And you don't watch it live on youtube.com/kindafunny podcast services each and every Friday. Housekeeping for you. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Bert Meg and Kieran O'Donnell. Today we're brought to you by Muggsy Jeans, Mint Mobile, and Manscaped. But we'll tell you about that later. For now, Andy Cortez, what did you want to talk about?
I think it's more of an observation.
I love observations.
The way we
You see a piece of fruit on the road, you're like, holy shit, watermelon.
The way we interact with our world, right? A lot of button pushing now with phones, swiping, tapping, where there's different devices that we're using different mechanics, right?
It's true. This checks out.
But I feel like
You sound like a
cars
genius.
have not progressed.
Tesla drives itself. Big touchscreen right in the center of it.
Yeah,
Like-
what
I guess what I'm getting at is that like
Uber, you tap it,
whenever
it
you
comes in.
drive, you use pedals, and that's the only thing we ever use pedals for. Unless you're sewing.
Or bass drumming.
White stripes.
But it's just so weird to me that like that the mechanic of like using a foot pedal to make a thing work has not been applied to anything else in the modern world of technology.
Well, I feel like it has just in different ways. Like the, shoulder
Controllers.
buttons on controllers. It's because you need that
The
analog.
trigger.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Trigger's like a foot pedal.
yeah,
that
but
goes
I mean
opposite.
like using your feet to do stuff is more of
Well,
what I'm getting
your
at.
hands to drive.
Yeah, but
How
when
would you have it? Give me the new way to drive.
All right.
2019 way of driving.
It's a joystick going left and right to
Yeah,
turn.
that sounds right.
And this is your gas
Throttle.
That's your
Right.
accelerator, decelerator.
Yeah.
So you want an airplane?
Or if I'm typing on my computer, let me. Why isn't like the space button pedal or something? You know what I mean? Like why
You
would-
can do that.
It's
You can
it's
set that
weird
up.
to me that the mechanic of using something with your foot has not been applied to anything else in the world. It's only cars. But like with cars, we're
Drones.
pushing buttons. With computers, we're pushing buttons. With
do-
phones,
they-
we're pushing buttons. With
they-
everything else, we're doing this stuff.
They use their feet, I think, in airplanes also.
Do
Yeah,
they?
rudders.
It's when you're operating.
I don't know
a
if you do
vehicle.
it like in a Boeing 747 though, right? That's
I think
no
that-
way, really?
I don't know. I just know that in the smaller like flight simulators.
Yeah, for sure. For like a single engine Cessna,
you
you're
have to
doing
just
that.
be able to do this.
But like you're telling me, I'm a fucking pilot. I got this motherfucker here. I do have a throttle and a whole bunch of switches, and I'm also fucking doing my feet.
I don't think your foot is. Yeah.
Do we know
I'm
any
pretty sure the
pilots?
feet are doing something. They have to.
We had to
For
have
sure,
had
with
a-
helicopters, your feet are doing something, but it's opposite of what you think they're doing.
Bicycles.
I don't know. I just wanted to sound smart.
Yeah, I guess bicycle. Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Just throw it out there.
You know
That was
why?
the
Because
question
it always
you
stresses me out when
accept,
people get in the helicopter and they get in and they pilot from the right side, and I'm like, what were these made in the UK? This is weird. It's
Kevin. These
weird.
all
I don't like
UK
it.
helicopters.
Greg typed in, "Do you use your feet in a commercial airline?" And the first question on top is, "How and why planes have to fly so high?" On TimeMagazine.com.
Why do planes have to fly so high? The Telegraph.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird thing that I was thinking of. I have this weird sort of observation. It's like I just don't know why like that mechanic hasn't been applied anywhere else in our sort of world. Like we're so good at that, but that's the only thing it's ever used for.
Yeah, I had to drive to Tahoe, which is pretty far for me. I don't normally drive 4
Without
hours
cruise
at a
control.
time. And like, well, that's the thing is like I have cruise control in my car, but I was the drive. There was enough stop and go that it wasn't really helpful. There's a lot of this
There's
going
a lot
on.
of that.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's like,
I had that issue one time where I was driving back home from Austin to the RGV, 5-hour drive, and my cruise control had fucked up. And that sucked. A 5-hour drive, like always having to keep your foot on the pedal to go 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That was like not fun at all.
That's why I got cruise control. Yeah. I know. You didn't have it.
I didn't have it. Wait, hold on.
I remember driving to Mizzou once 6 hours and cruise control was broken. Nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
I never use
Your
cruise control.
What?
I just
You
never
drive
do
far
it.
away and stuff. You drive
Yeah.
like to Tahoe and stuff all the time.
I like to remain in control of the vehicle at all
Oh,
times.
no way.
I
I put
like,
in cruise
man, my
control.
favorite thing, cruise control, not off for a second.
Autopilot.
Catch a few Z's.
Poor man's autopilot. No, what's happened to me before? Sometimes I put it in cruise control and like I'm gonna stretch out my right leg or whatever, and I'll like bring it up to do like a cross leg. But sometimes I've gotten stuck there, and I'm like, oh no, oh no,
Oh, no.
The panic sets in, or it's like it's stuck between my leg and the
the
steering
way you
wheel.
die.
Like, Yeah, it's really scary.
I'll do every once in a while when I drive. It's like Napa. I'll wear flip flops,
You're not
and I'll
supposed to do
take.
that.
You're
That's
not.
illegal.
It's very dangerous because I'll pop one of them off, and it will get stuck in between like the pedal and the thing. Like, and I have to kick it out real quick. But I always do it. And again,
what's y'all's move with the steering wheel? How high do you put that? Do you
normal
like
height?
the positioning?
The tilt. I don't tilt it
You don't tilt it?
abnormally.
You leave it at the bottom or?
Yeah, no, I mean
I
maybe
don't want to touch
mid.
my knees. I hate that shit.
I like to be able to drive with my knees though. Sometimes, if I'm doing something like
You're
I'm putting the
eating your
straw
drink
in
in.
and I got to drive with the knee, or I got a sandwich and I need a couple hands, I will overcorrect with the knee.
No, you shouldn't be doing that.
You should understand you're not from SoCal. A lot of SoCal people they teach that in driving tests.
Making a whole sandwich.
What's weird to me is, and I don't know if you guys have had this, Greg. You don't drive that much, so
I just drove today.
you're
Don't let me
probably-
forget. Don't let me forget.
Never forget. Yeah, we heard when Professor McGonagall got into a fight
that's a
with
different
another
story, right?
with another person. We were like, "Oh, Greg's dead, or has committed road rage murder." The weird thing is when you have to ride in your own car, but you're not driving. That's always a strange and uncomfortable feeling.
Now, first off,
very
that's
rarely
not
happens.
because I've seen it many a time. Tim Gettys walks outside and goes, "Kevin, drive my car."
Yeah.
And Kevin goes, "Yes, sir, right away, sir." And
And I know we've told the story before, but my favorite moment of this was Coco at IGN, where everyone was super fucking drunk on a like retreat that we did. Like the whole company was there.
Yeah.
And Nick was just like, Tim, you don't drink because I didn't drink then. Drive my car. Drive me to McDonald's. We need to go to the drive-thru. And we went to the drive-thru. And I have this on video. I need to find it sometime to show people. But we pull the drive-thru, and it's just Nick. He leans over and he goes, "Hey." And they're like, "Hey, what do you want?" He's like, "Cheeseburgers." "How many?" "How many will you make?" And they're like, "Seriously?" And he's like, "Yeah." And like, "I don't know, we can make 50." He goes, "Let's do 50. Should we get some nugs?" "Hey, can we get some nugs too?" It was just like, God damn it, Nick.
What happened next? What happened when we brought those back?
We brought them back and we were
You were the
gods.
life of the
We were
party.
gods.
Yes.
And then Ashley Jenkins sat in one.
Sat in the cheeseburger.
She got up and had just a cheeseburger on her ass. But it was like somehow stuck to it, but the other side of the bun was over here. I'm like, did you open it up before you sat on it? Like a book?
somebody else probably did.
Oh, we were all hammered.
I
I think
was there.
someone
I
probably
remember.
scraped it off and just put it down. You weren't there.
I was totally there.
Stop trying to insert yourself on my
That's
corner.
That's you.
Oh my God, you should have seen today. You should have seen today.
What did I do? Fuck you. Shut up.
During interview, I was like, Jason Statham got brought up. So I did
sure.
the Jason Statham impersonation. And then, of course, Nick had to do his version. And then I went, why can't you just let my impersonation be the only one? And then he goes, what? Tim loves it. Tim loves it.
Did you love it, Tim?
No. He was like, no, I don't.
Jesus, you're
Oh,
You know,
boy, Nick
you know
Scarpino.
how, like when Tim looks at you, and you're like, oh, he's got to be enjoying this. But you're
Are
not
we,
sure.
are we doing the plan that we talked about the
I
next
I
interview?
still got to look at my schedule and figure it out because it might be very stressful if my flight gets delayed to be able to do that. But
I'm going to say it
Sure.
anyway to put more pressure on you because I
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah.
But Nick's going to be gone next week he's going to Japan, so he's going to miss the in review for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. He does the plot. This puts a big problem in our lives of how do we handle it. You know what I mean? Solution. Nick's still going to write his notes and I'm going to read them.
Read them word by word. Yeah.
Verbatim, it's got to read
He's trying to make
it.
sense of whatever the fuck Nick writes.
There it is.
Because you don't even make sense of it.
No.
There's so many times you look at it and you go,
No, so to clarify,
Oh, HHR is Harry, Hermione, Ron. There you
Yeah.
go.
like, oh yeah.
to clarify, sometimes I just get lost
Yeah.
because they're bullet points and I'll just forget where I was. That's why it takes me a second to rewrite
I
it.
can't wait. I want to do it so bad.
No, I'm in. I'll do it
Yeah.
for you. I might be able to do it. Yeah, I'll try to figure it out.
We got no responses on this, huh, Greg?
A lot of people, they're all like, I live next to a guy who flies a plane.
That's
you know
not
what
the
I mean?
same.
Like, that's not the same.
When I ask for a doctor, I don't want you to be like, I played a doctor once on TV. I want
saw
an actual
one.
fucking doctor.
Gary Wood's daughter was in the plane
she flies
cockpit.
planes.
yeah, but I don't
We
think she,
call her.
her
But we
feet
can
don't
look at
even
that
range.
picture and see if there's pedals,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, sure. Not bad.
Oh,
Not bad.
up
yeah.
there.
Or how about we just take a photo of like, why don't we just Google inside of a cockpit?
I mean, we tried, man. Do you use your feet in commercial airliners? That's what we got.
Maybe we can call
we
Gary
do
and have
that.
Gary
We got, why
describe the
do
picture
planes
to
fly
us.
so high? It's the result that we got.
See, Gary's like us, though. He uses a lot of media. So I got to scroll
does.
deep here. But
He's
there's
a media man.
Jesus Christ, Gary, stop
Hold on, we're getting
tweeting.
there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Wow, here we go, Kevin.
See, no pedals down there.
There are pedals.
There are.
Nah.
No.
No.
Those are footrests.
Yeah.
It might be a footrest.
Right here.
You put your, that thing's sticking out, you put your toe in there, it cleans your toenail.
I feel like they're ailerons.
What?
They look
They're-
like ailerons, yeah.
Ailerons.
It's an
Why is,
aileron.
So Boeing.
why is he singing like that?
This is fake, right? There's not that many buttons on anything.
I think there are because have you seen the movie Airplane? There's a guy that sits over there and makes the kids sit on his lap. It's
It looks like
hilarious.
he's working for a fucking 1940s call center where they're like switching calls and shit. They're doing the phone switching. Yeah, they're doing the little plugs and stuff.
redundancies. That's what those are.
Flight management, primary flight delay.
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah. And that was foot's
no, it's
there,
a
but that could be a footrest.
It's a footrest.
People, there's got to be one person in our chat
According
right now.
to Fred T on airliners.net, some forum topic, he says the rudder pedal is usually a very limited authority of the nose gear. So there are pedals in there, I guess. You would have thought at that point it would have just been too big. You know what I mean? You figure fucking Jacob and William Wright, they make this fucking thing and they get it up in Kitty Hawk, Rhode Island, right?
How much of that do you know for sure is true, and how much of that do you know?
The
is
only
wrong?
thing wrong is their names.
Okay.
Like the Wright brothers. What are they? Orville and fucking Redenbacher?
Redenbacher.
It doesn't even matter.
Orville and Redenbacher, right?
They were out there. They had a bunch of fucking popsicle sticks. They made it work. We haven't fixed it. You know what I mean?
Holland Oates, right?
Never thought that. I thought pedals were smaller just for the small planes.
That's what I'm saying. See, dude, it's such an underutilized thing. We could use more in society, dude.
What would you want to use it more for?
I don't know. Like, I definitely
Spaces on his
computers.
keyboard. That's it.
Definitely computers.
Kevin,
yeah.
am I using a rudder in a fucking like the Challenger, like a space shuttle? That can't be. You don't
Yeah,
have
the
pedals in
shuttle.
that fucking thing,
Probably.
right?
I mean, why not? It works in the same way. I think that you might.
It's just an
Wait, no,
input.
yeah.
All it is, it just controls that part, this part, right? That
Yeah,
allows
who
you
did
to
that
go
one famous astronaut?
this way.
Ask him.
The twin
Yeah,
Don't
the
bring up
twin.
Cool
The
Greg.
twin who's like taller because his brother stayed on
shrunk in
Earth.
space. Yeah.
No, the other opposite.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah, the
He got
opposite.
bigger in space.
Yeah, he got bigger in space.
Gamma radiation. That's true. Damn.
Oh my God, I was
Hey,
listening.
easy solution for
We
your problem.
go to space.
That'd
Nick.
be awesome.
We go to space. We're suddenly 5'10".
Not only 5'10", but we get more time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we grow younger.
We get more time.
We grow younger.
All you motherfuckers are gonna get older faster
Miller's Planet.
by 30 seconds. I was listening to Rogan's podcast. Neil deGrasse Tyson was on it, and he was describing ice and how water is one of the only liquids or one of the only substances that, as it gets cold, it expands, and that's why it bursts pipes. And then he talked about how ice, if an ice melts in water, the level of the water and the volume doesn't change because of the ice. Like the 10% is above the thing. And then he talked about icebergs, and that's the point I got lost.
Well, I mean, see, I've thought about that a lot
Yeah.
with this cup right here, where it's like if I
Right
fill
here.
it to the brim with ice and then water, eventually the ice melts, but it's still the same.
Yeah, it's because the buoyancy factor. The buoyancy factor.
The buoyancy.
The top,
of
I guess the
lands.
10%. That's why ice. That's
then
why
what if- but-
lakes freeze on the surface, but they don't freeze all the way through. It's related to that. Again, I got lost very quickly in this.
Wait, so you're
That's right.
telling that's different than what you're saying, right?
Science.
You're telling me you
with
fill
Kev-
that fucking thing to the brim with ice. You pour water in it. You let it sit there. It's never going to come over the top.
No,
Is it just going to sweat it off the sides? Condensation?
Is
how
that
it-
what is?
No, the sweat's- the
what's
sweat on the
source
sides-
of this?
not
Not
outside
on the
one.
side,
not the
it's
water.
like the humidity in the air and the cold of the cup.
yeah.
So that's new water that we're
Yes.
creating.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's actually
That's fun fact. That's how Frozo from
Incredibles.
Frozone?
That's where he gets the ice. Sure, whatever.
Frozo the clown.
But the ice floating, very important for life in
Yeah.
cold.
Wow.
If ice did- if ice
creator
didn't-
of life, Tim.
Yeah, if ice apparently didn't float, if it didn't rise, if it didn't have
No
the
life.
buoyancy level, it would freeze everything in the lake. It would kill all fish. Then I learned this other thing. Here's actually the most fascinating thing that I learned. Mind blowing. And I still have no idea if it's true. I haven't Googled it, but Neil deGrasse Tyson said it, so it must be true,
Sure.
right? He said the word fishes. And Joe said, "Oh, don't you mean fish, which is the plural of fish?" And he
Now,
goes,
hold on. Correct me. I'm going to see if I remember
See if you
this
get
one.
it.
I know what this is.
If there's multiple fish and they're the same kind of fish, it's look at all those fish. But if there's different species of
fish.
fishes, it's fishes.
and it's called a double plural.
Holy fuck!
I have never heard this term before in my life, and I was like,
I hated it.
guess
I
that
hated it. I
makes
was
sense.
like, no, there's still
Yeah.
fish. But then you said
double plural.
and you
So
got
if
me.
if you were to say deer, like deer, but you could say deers as in different species of deers.
Dogs and
Are there more than one species
doggers.
of deer?
or like
Sure.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it. I was thinking
Like
it.
an impala isn't a different type of deer, right? It's
Did you say Paula isn't a different type of deer?
Paula.
Deer.
It's an animal that looks like a deer.
Let's look at all the different deers.
I was just trying. For all you you might be right, Kevin. I don't know. I just tried to pick another animal.
No, I
the
know. No,
it's fair,
possessive,
it's fair.
singular, and
Like
it was the
birds.
same.
Wait, no.
It's hard.
It is hard, yeah.
Geese, no.
Birdies. Birdos.
Geeses? I guess you could say geese. No, I don't know if there's different. I mean, there's got to be different variants of geeses, right?
I don't like this. This is making me think way too
Isn't this
hard.
trippy though?
Yeah.
I learned literally a new. I was like, I should have known this all along. How did I not know this? And then I was like,
Should you have known that? I only know because Poe once went to Hawaii in like 5th grade and brought me back. Sure, that was the fishes of Hawaii. I was like, that's a weird thing.
I still run into the issue with the apostrophe.
I hate it.
After
If it ends with an
possessive,
S.
If a name ends with an S.
My last name Gettys, so I always was like, I got this shit on lock.
But do you know that why? Do you know what to do in what occasion, or you just apostrophe and don't care?
Just apostrophe after.
Yeah,
So
but
you
what
put an S
about
on
What I
possessive?
hate is when people put the apostrophe before the S at the end of my name.
No, that's
No,
people
no,
being
no.
stupid.
You're an idiot.
The thing here would be not
Tim Gettys' computer.
It's
How do you
Tim,
do
yeah,
possessive
it's
plural?
your computer. How do you do that? Tim Gettys.
Apostrophe.
No S at the end.
No,
So when do I do the S at the end?
you don't.
It has to happen occasionally.
I thought you
it
had
has
to.
to happen
Well,
occasionally.
that's when you're on the is.
There's a lot of grammar I know thanks to the J
is.
school, but I will let you know that I just fucking skated by in a lot of classes. And this is definitely one of that would get
Well,
me.
it would happen. You'd have to put an S on it if it was a possessive plural, right? So if the Gettys' car is here, so if you and Gia if she becomes
It's like
Gettys,
the fishes situation.
there's
If they
two-
actually
there's
get married.
two, if
I have my
there's two
dad's too.
Gettys, there's a plural Gettys, and then if you're talking about something that you own, the Gettys' car, you'd have to do Getty S apostrophe S,
Yeah.
right?
Sophomore year grammar here on the Kind of Funny podcast.
Dude, title this one "We're Stupid." The Kind
No,
of
but
Funny podcast.
this is how I am legitimately dumb when it comes to grammar. I am legitimately like
I'm usually pretty good.
I went to Catholic school, and I'm not going to blame it on the nuns, even though they believed in corporal punishment.
Blame it on
and at
the
this day, I'm like,
nuns.
that probably describes the fetish. But what I will say is this:
You, ever had, you never had a hot nun.
a hot nun.
Yeah. I'm not talking about your fetish. I'm talking about in school. You never had a hot nun.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't know. I was like 4 or 5.
I like to
when
think
left
you came out
Catholic
just fucking
school.
rock hard. You were ready for it.
nuns.
No, I was
Nuns.
very intimidated by the nuns because they were very, very aggressive. Like I did not like Catholic school at all. But I left in the 3rd grade. So how old are you in 4th grade? Like 10.
I don't fucking
Just ran away, found new parents.
No, I actually sat my parents down. Like my parents were like, so because there was a public school opening 4 blocks away, and my mom, very devout Catholic, but also likes a deal. She really, really likes a deal. And so the deal I made with her was I was like, look, I will leave our family's religion that the Scarpino family have had for thousands of years.
Sure.
I will push that all aside. I will no longer believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And in return for that, you will not have to drive me to school anymore. I can just walk. And she was like, okay. And that was it. Then I got to not go to Catholic school anymore. Well, there it is.
You would have been a better human probably.
If I still believed in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Maybe.
But then I wouldn't be able to make all those fun Catholic jokes that I have in my stand-up.
Sure.
You could.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of Catholics still believe in Jesus and make Catholic jokes.
Nah.
Bigger. I
They feel bad about
I
it,
went to
though.
Catholic school and I wasn't no fucking quitter. All right, I went all the way to Mizzou. We only had one sister ever. One nun, Sister Judy.
Yeah.
And if I'm lying, I'm dying because I know you think I would be lying about this. I am not. This is kindergarten. Sister Judy had to have checked out of fucking St. Pat's. 5th grade-ish, we'll say. All right. She had a cat puppet. She had a cat puppet, and I know you're like, oh, Mr. Garrison. Remember, I'm old. Mr. Garrison debuted my freshman year of high school. This woman, somewhere between kindergarten and 5th grade, well, I mean, she's definitely in kindergarten, but I mean, I don't know when she checked out of the school, had a cat that she would do like the whole like know your body shit and like talk to you as this cat. Hey, hello. Exactly. She had a voice for it and everything, yeah. And it was the weirdest thing. And I say know your body, not like, no. I say know your body, not like know your loins. I mean, it was always like, don't fucking die out here, stupid kids. You're running around doing shit. Yeah, exactly.
Don't fucking die out here.
And it was a big.
So she wasn't like show me on the doll. Like,
No.
okay.
But it was a juxtapozition because it was her and then Mr. DeLeo. And Mr. DeLeo, when you think of like the Bears
Now,
super
don't know
fans,
your
Can I ask you this about Mr. DeLeo?
Sure, please.
Is Mr. DeLeo the kind of guy you want to catch a baseball game with on a Sunday?
nowadays,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Nowadays,
It sounds like the kind of guy
I would
drink
want to get a
Coors Light
fucking
with.
beer with and watch the Bears
Let's
game.
just
You kidding
hang
me?
out
Get
and
some
watch the
sausage because,
Bears.
like, yeah, he was like totally like the super fans from
You think?
from SNL
Yeah,
for the
fuck yeah.
Bears.
Da
You know what I mean?
Bears.
But like as a kid, he's terrifying because he's like, yeah, don't listen to your bodies, fucking run faster.
Who would win in a fight, a hurricane or
Ditka.
Ditka? Wait, whoa.
The
What if the
hurricane
hurricane's
is
name is
named
Ditka? Oh, now that throws a wrench in everything.
You're good at
Great
accents.
skiff.
I'm
man.
good.
He's
too.
good at oh god.
I hate it.
Here's the problem. Every once in a while, you'll do something that's genius, and then I'll try to piggyback on top of that. Obviously, not good. But I look over at Tim, and Tim gives you that look right there.
It's every time.
It's the best. But he smiles, and I want to make him laugh.
But it's like,
That's the problem. Tim likes it.
They're not good smiles. Their smile is acknowledging.
That might not be a good smile.
God,
Look at his
here we
beautiful
are.
smile.
Here we
Got great
are.
teeth.
Greg, I want to hear about Apple.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, no, hold on, Andy. You still got to talk about fucking pedal
I want to say
technology.
this real quick. Yesterday, Kevin left, and he left early because he had to go do stuff, and I kind of took the role of Kevin where Joey's cleaning out the closet. She's cleaning out like our closet because she's looking for stuff.
Cleaning up my
And there was a
closet.
bunch of T-shirts that were sent to us by Twang that I forgot were here just because stuff gets sent, you know. And we're going through all these T-shirts. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh fuck, I forgot all those here. And she's like giving them all to me. She's like, take them home. Why are they in the closet? And I was like, why did you pick today to clean out the closet? Like, why is this so important right now? And then and we looked on the ground, and later on, and we're like, damn, all those Twang shirts are on the ground. And Barrett's like, yeah, it's sad, man. Like they're not wanting to be worn by anybody. And I was like, I wish someone had told me about them. You know, I would have worn them. And Joey was just like, I want to kill you right now. And I was like, I'm doing this for Kevin. Kevin's in spirit right now.
That's the problem with Joey, is that she's just she's a peg or two too high, and it's our jobs to keep her in line, to bring her down to peg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
to drive her insane.
Yeah.
Now, would you believe that I looked this up the other day
I
to
would.
see the legalities of scaring one of your employees? Just
I don't think I should know. I think plausible deniability is a pretty good one.
Yesterday, I was walking down the hall, noticed that my shoe was untied.
Yeah.
So I bend down, start tying my shoe, and Andy, who is like the first person whose back to me is in the hall, he like freaks out and turns around. He's just like, I thought you were Greg trying to scare me.
Or just do something.
I heard that exchange and I wasn't sure, but I was proud that my reputation preceded me.
Because it's just Greg doing something.
Yeah, my favorite still ever is it's an old video that went up probably just on my Instagram or whatever. But when I walked past you while you were working, and then I went under Joey's desk and I filmed and I grabbed your foot and you flipped the fuck out.
Hey, Joey.
Wait,
Joey.
real quick.
Yeah, hold on, Kev. What do you got? Give me your scaring Joey story.
I just want to add that every single time that I come to this office and my door is closed in the mornings, I always approach it very, very slowly, open it, and like fucking like ready for Greg to jump out. It's never happened.
It's never happened.
But I never
Yeah.
fucking put it past it. You know?
I think that's a very smart way to operate if I were you, Kevin. Very smart. Let's put it this way. It's not an accident that my desk faces the back corner with like my eyes this way so that I can see what's going on. Because if my back
I don't think I won't come through that window if I have to.
I'm scared
From
about
the
it.
ceiling.
I'm scared
I
about it.
swear that another time that a Gregism happened where I'm walking down the fucking street coming to work and I'm like, you know, half asleep and shit. Ambulance is rolling by. Woo, cop sirens are going crazy. And I get to the front gate. And I'm at the front gate and I'm like pulling out my keys and the cars are still blaring and flying by. And all of a sudden, a giant fucking 9-foot man runs up to me and goes, "Hey, sir!" with his phone. And I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Greg, like there's cop cars going by and a giant man running up to me is not the first thing I want to see.
Andy, when I used to take Kempo / Kung Fu at the United Studios of Self-Defense, you know what they taught me?
What?
People don't attack you when you've had a good night's rest. They come at you right when you're coming home when you're tired. And that's
shit.
what this
Batman
guy was
Begins.
doing for you.
That's
you see
fine.
what I'm saying? He was surprising you so that you could be ready for it
12-foot
at any given
Yeti
time.
running up at me.
He's very imposing.
The best part is I think I'm so nice.
That's the best part.
In my head, I'm such a good guy.
You really don't.
No one would be scared of me or live in constant fear to open their office door because I've never done anything.
That's not true.
To you,
Did you not do that? One time I opened it, Bonham was sitting there with a.
no, that was Joey. That was legitimately Joey.
Oh, it was Joey.
It was my bonhomme, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Joey, of course, y'all want to play
Wait,
innocent,
you know
right?
what?
She put the queen in my bathroom.
Well, we all get Joey back.
It was her idea, and she said, "Should we do this?" And I was
But-
like, "That sounds pretty funny."
But I was even before that fucking
Didn't it have
walking up to the door?
Didn't it have the Sekiro mask on it or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, that was it.
It was horrifying.
But like it didn't scare me because of the kung fu ready.
yeah, you're ready, prepared.
Kevin is always.
I'll give
ready.
special points to the person who then took the Bonham Carnival Bonham.
Bonham.
Boneham.
Whatever.
Bonham.
Whoever took that terrifying fucking doll and then tethered it up above into the equipment room like it was a fucking cocoon, like a spider and arachnophobia. And it was just ominously staring down at me as I was having calls. I'm like, this thing fucking knows me.
I had
this thing knows
I
me.
had a big plan where I was gonna cut him open and put the secure mask coming out and have him like tied up with a recording that I could play, but I never got to it.
No, yeah, I asked Jen. She's like, no, we can't cut Bonhomme open. I'm like, he's kind of served his purpose though. Like, we love him. He'll be back next
Where is he
Christmas.
now?
He did his job.
He's chilling out at home. He'll be back when you least expect it.
Great.
God.
Great.
See, again, I've never done anything. Like, you should have one story
You
about
keep
me.
telling me that I'm the next target.
Oh, I have a great one for you. And the best thing about the prank I'm going to pull on
Isn't that
Andy.
scary? I'm scared.
The best one is it's going to be initial like, oh no, and then it's going to happen again and again.
Greg,
I'm quitting, dude.
Greg, here's the thing.
You know it. You know the prank.
Oh, I do know the prank. I do.
You help me concoct
trust
it.
me?
This is great.
No, he was there. It's Genesis. He was there at the Genesis. What am I going to do?
I was unfortunately, I was there, so I have to.
Because we tried to do the pranks you already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fate intervened. You know what I mean? The woman I needed, she was sick that day. What can I help?
This is arguable when it happens.
Because you're not gonna understand, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then when the second one happens, that's when you're like, oh no,
Then when the embarrassment sets in, that's when it's gonna be great.
Oh no.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Please let me know when this happens.
Tim, I went to the Apple event today.
Yeah, you did.
What do you want to know? You want to touch me? You want to touch my
past?
past? Everyone can touch my past. if you want.
Why did you go?
Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're Apple. We're finally, after some guys at IGN had a really good idea to make an Apple game console, we're finally kind of doing it. But it's
Are you the
just
guy
in
who had that
cloud.
idea? Is that what you're trying to say?
iPlay. Remember the iPlay?
Yeah. I do remember.
That was a video that
I do
was
remember
made
that.
for April Fools.
Apple Arcade obviously has been announced before. No details were really out before. When I got the invitation, I turned to Tim and I'm like, oh, I got this thing. It's got to be Apple Arcade. And then Tim, immediately being an adult, was like, no, that's the iPhone. And then it was like, oh, it's all one thing.
Is there
So-
like an IR thing in here or like a reader?
No. It was just a way to tag us and make sure we went to the right places and stuff. If you're an audio listener, I have a white piece of cardboard, very nice cardboard,
It is nice.
with the
really
teal
nice.
Apple symbol.
But yeah, with the Apple symbols like carved in it.
It reminds me of the iMac. Remember those? Are those the ones with the colored
yeah.
ones? It reminds me that was one of the colors you could get, right?
Those are the
teal.
like if you had one of those, you were cool.
My
as
friend
fuck.
Christy had one in college, and I was just like, you fucking rich
I always
girl.
wanted
You're the
one, dude.
coolest.
She was so cool.
So cool.
So yeah,
you were in Steve
because of
Jobs'
that though,
theater.
because of that, when we were like, oh, it's Apple Arcade, that's how we finally knew how we cracked the code. Because of course, for years, right, all of us have used Apple products, not Andy. All of us have used Apple products because we're cool and we like Apple a lot. And Tim always obsesses over it and tries to figure out what the best everything he needs to get is and all this jazz. And then this time around, why do we get invited? And I was like, oh, Apple Arcade. Oh, Mark Bozon. Of course, our friend Bozon, former IGN over there, he's over there working on Apple Arcade. So I was like, of course, he's the reason why. So when I got there today, texted him, met up with him. He's like, yeah, I'm so glad they let you in. You were one of the first people I told to bring. I'm like, yeah, good job, Boz.
There we go.
So there you go. That's how that happened.
Very
I
cool.
saw
I
Fast
was Furious 6 with him.
On
The
purpose?
one with where
Mark
you
Bozon?
saw what's his face? You saw Tyrese?
No, that was 7.
Oh, seven.
Oh.
Gets even better though, because I took a demo for Apple Arcade in Sayonara Wild Hearts, where I played on the new iPad with a PlayStation 4 controller. Giving me the demo, Charles on yet.
Oh, Charlie on
Oh,
yet.
Charles.
Wow.
Charlie
That
over
name
there.
How's he
always just
doing?
sounded like such a name from like a like he's
Dickens?
out of no, I'm thinking of James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, it's
Like
very,
he's just a character in that world.
This is how lovely a human being Charles Onyet is.
Onyet.
For 5 years, I was this man's friend. Right, still am, but at this point in the story,
had a falling out.
it's only been 5 years, and I've always called him Charles because that's what everyone called him at IGN. And then one of his friends came to visit from like Buffalo, New York, where he's from, and he called him Charlie, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's weird that you call him Charlie." And he's like, his friend was like, no, everyone calls him Charlie. We've always called him Charlie. Evidently, his first day, somebody referred to him as Charles, and he was just too nice to change it.
That was the Andy syndrome.
And that was just, he's just Charles to everyone now.
That reminds me.
My school counselor mistakenly called me Andre the first day, and I was too embarrassed to correct her, so I was Andre for 3 years.
That's one.
That is the most Andy story.
Back to Charles though. Of course, it's one of my favorite GameScoop TVs of all time. Of course, Javi Rodriguez, who you guys know well, does the KFAF posters for you all the time. Photoshop challenges. Back in the day, Javi would do the GameScoop TVs where he'd animate them. And the story he animated for one of them was Charles talking to Jeremy Dunham on his first day. And it was like Charles walking up and Dunham walking up, and Dunham's telling the story, but it was like it was like, all right, so what do I call you, Chuck, Charlie, Chippy? And Charles responded apparently, if you call me Chippy, I'm throwing you out that window. Those
I would have liked to have seen that.
Steve Jobs.
God, let me tell you this thing, right? First off, because we're excited, right? We've cracked it. We got the golden ticket. We're finally getting to go to Mothership, right? Man, fuck this place being so far away. Mm-hmm. I book a car at 7 a.m. I get a zip car, right? I'm gonna drive. They say be there at 8:30. I'm like, I got this. I Googled it.
It's Cupertino.
So it's 45 minutes to an hour from where I am. Like, got this in spades. No big deal. Got my big iced coffee. Got in the car at 7.
You're energized. You're
driving.
pumping.
I'm super excited. Almost run over a couple right away.
Wow.
Don't drive that often. So I literally got in there and I hooked up the phone.
Forgot those pedals.
I changed. I was like, how do I steer?
I never used this
Adjusted all the mirrors right, and then turned on the car, and then looked at all the mirrors and put it in reverse and started rolling back. And I was like, I should probably check the blind spot. 2 joggers right there. They were fucking pissed. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. I don't drive. I'm in a zip car. You know I don't own a car. I don't drive that often.
Where were you pulling out of? You pulling out of a spot where you could see around you, or was it like a garage spot?
Oh no, it was totally. I had 360 degree view. It was totally me.
Oh, okay.
They were
I was
across
gonna say because every like once a week, I pull out of my garage spot and it's blind. Like you're pulling out, you're like, I can see the 10 feet in front of me, but to the sides, nothing.
No periphery.
And I just fucking know that once a week, I'm gonna slowly pull out, and as I'm gonna say like creeping out because I'm scared to hit someone. I'm gonna look over, and some fucking asshole yuppie couple is gonna be like, "But you didn't see us? You didn't see us? What are you doing? Be careful next time." I'm like, "Don't give me that fucking look." I pulled out so slow that to the naked eye, my car's not even fucking moving. Do you understand that? That's how slow. Do you see it? Where'd it go?
Oh, shit.
I apologize. Continue.
No,
with your
you're fine.
story.
Just this is a completely different scenario. If they would have had a kid, I would have killed it. Just a heads up. I was in the wrong. Could have done vehicular manslaughter today. Whatever. I'm going to Apple. So I drive, get going. I don't get down. I finally get down to where the GPS is telling me basically the final turn to go down the road is to park in the thing. It's been hour 35. I'm cutting this fucker close to getting this 8:30 cut off, and of course I'm panicking, and I've been to enough of it. And it says please check in by 8:30. I know it's not 8:30, but I think the thing's at 9, so I'm kind of in a panic. Not panicking, but I'm mad. You know what I mean? So I do the turn. I go down there. They've got all these people directing traffic and making you U-turn. Even though the GPS is telling you to go this way, no, this isn't the right way. You got to go this special way. Go over there, get there, fucking park in this thing, run up the elevator, get off there, and then here's where you get into you're on the Apple compound, right? And it is as cultish and AI driven as you'd expect. Where immediately there's all these people in teal shirts there just greeting you, and they keep greeting you. You pass one, they greet you the next time, all this other stuff, and it's nice. It's a confidence builder. You're talking to them, you're having a good time. But one woman's like, "All right, cool. Hey, how are you?" I'm like, and of course I'm Greg. So every person, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm great. How are you?" Happy to be here. Almost killed a couple.
I'm picturing everybody works there like they act like everybody doesn't get out. Like, hello, how you doing?
Okay, hold on. Breaking news from my phone. Here we go. Your flight to San Francisco is boarding. So it looks like Fran might actually be getting out of here. So the first woman who I greet in the procession of greeters, who's then like telling me, all right, you got to go around this building. You can stop into the store and get some coffee. We're giving away coffee and all stuff. You get in there. You can go look around some stuff. You go this way though. You got to go up to the Steve Jobs Theater. I'm like, cool. Do I have time to pee? And she's like, "Oh my God, yeah, you got plenty of time." And that's when it all faded away. That's when I could enjoy the experience. Because I thought I was so late. I wasn't. Went in there, peed, come back up, come out, go through the visitor center, get my little tag when I check in, use my Apple Wallet. I love using the Apple Wallet when they scan stuff like boarding passes, but this time it's at the mother base. I put it down, like, "Hello, Greg." I'm like, "Hello, thank you very much." You know what I mean? They gave me the tag, walk in, immediately see Justine, walk over, talk to her, walk up. We're having a good time walking. And then it's just this rolling hills, beautiful walk through all the greenery and the trees and stuff, and they're pumping in this like lovely instrumental music.
Does it seems like we're at a Main Street in Disneyland?
No, it doesn't have like that carnival sense to it. No.
It seems like what's a Matt Damon movie where they go up to all the rich people go up to space? Elysium. I feel like this is like Elysium. Like all the rich, like
that's probably
healthy people are up there.
Yeah, sure, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I was gonna say why don't you hang out with Wozniak? I saw a photo of.
I didn't know till it was too late.
Saw a photo of Justine and MKBHD.
I know I fucked up because we went up there, right? And I was talking to Justine. We split up for a second, got back together. There's coffee out there. There's chefs like giving you all sorts of hors d'oeuvres and stuff. And then of course there's just the giant glass rotunda, one giant glass circle, completely flat. I'm like, how the hell? How is this a theater? Am I just going to gather around and have somebody fucking show? No, there was like flush with the ground level where staircase is descending into the base of it. It gets way cool. So I'm walking around. That's when Bozon hit me up. I met him. I met some of the arcade team. The one and only Ryan McCaffrey was there, riding the lightning, as they say. I hung out with him. We hang out. They do say that, you know what I mean? People have said that before.
Is it because he has a Tesla?
Yeah, it's a podcast called Ride the Lightning.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Episode 200, right, was it 100 with Elon Musk? Yeah, good episode.
That's really cool.
So then we go inside, and then we descend down the stairs and go in there. And of course, it's a beautiful glass building. Everything's clear. Everything's white. Everything's right there.
That's not my cup.
Get in there.
But it was clean. Sorry.
Was it clean?
Yeah, there's a Starbucks cup that's been chilling clean in the dishwasher thing.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it got washed and put in the dish rack.
All right, fuck it. Don't worry about it.
We should start with using cups, actually. This is one of the things I learned today watching the Apple presentation. They're recycling everything.
They're running out of things to sell, so they're just like, it's recyclable.
Here you go. It's aluminum, all right? We found it when we did it. Go down there into the theater. It's beautiful. Every one of the seats, plush leather, little like little recliner kind of things. It doesn't recline. But then, as we're all waiting there, chilling out there playing music, this woman comes by and she's like, hey, there's USBs in every one of these if you want to charge your phones and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is the life. You know what I mean?
Video wall, man.
Nice video wall.
Damn nice video
wall. Good lighting structure out there.
Still
love the lighting all around.
Yeah.
Beautiful theater.
Yeah. And so then, like the bass, let me tell you, when they got going, it was rattling. You were rattling there. It was Dolby. Only the best for us is what I'm saying. Then Tim Cook came on, did the whole presentation, showed you a whole bunch of phones. We got lenses. We got iPads that are more powerful. A lot of things. What did you think? I haven't talked to you about it.
It's everything that we expected to see, but there's some things that were the most exciting, I would say, weren't there. Like their tile competitor thing that they've been talking about.
Tile is.
It's pretty much you can tag things and find it. Well, it's like, you can find my iPhone.
Yeah.
Or find my friends or find my whatever. It's going to be this little thing that you can kind of like. It's a tracker, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like.
Put it on the woman you love.
You can put it on your keychain or put it on your, wherever the fuck.
Do you remember a long time ago when we were going to chip Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what put a chip in him, of course. How can I forget?
That was rumored to be the one more thing. That tech will come at some point if they decide to.
What did you think? Cool? You're gonna upgrade the phone because of course you're upgrading.
I was looking at it. It's gonna cost $60.
Real cool. You tag everybody you know, and then suddenly you're reading like the Harry Potter thing where he's looking at everybody in real time.
Marauder's map.
Map. Yeah, you're saying cool. like, oh, I will not tell lies, or what's that word?
Well, people already have that.
Oh, dead men tell no lies.
Yeah. All my friends follow each other in front of my friends, and it is that. Like they literally know where each other are at all times. I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
That sucks.
I don't like that, and I'm not gonna say for why I wouldn't like that, but there's one person in this room who I don't want knowing where I'm at all times.
Or where you're not.
Or where I'm not, exactly.
It'd be fun. Just have some fun with me, you know what I mean?
My God, you terrify me.
Don't worry, it'd be cool. And then, the show ended, then I got to go out and be one of the people where like, it's all out there. You go out where it was all empty before, now it's not empty. And there's fucking iPads everywhere and phones everywhere and the fucking Apple Arcade stuff there. Yeah.
How long do you think you could have chilled there before they kicked you out? How many hours do you think you could have put in at Apple? Could you still be there?
Yeah, 100%. Because at the end, what happened is a kind of funny best friend works there who will remain nameless. And so at the end, when everybody else, I came out, I got the demo from Charles, I saw Bozon, took some photos of the phone, fucked with the Apple Watch. Because that Apple Watch trailer, I was like, fuck, damn, do I need a goddamn Apple Watch? No, but do I want one now? Kinda.
Maybe. Really? That's what got you?
I don't know. Well, Jen's been trying to sell me out forever.
Here's my thing. Here's the thing with with Apple, you gotta love them. They do what they do, and at this point, it is kind of just iterating. And I feel like they've given enough upgrade options that are like, sure, I don't need much. Give me a better camera. I'm in.
Sure.
But when it comes to the watch, it's like one of the biggest features they used to tout before was like, it's only on when you need it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get distracted. You're not gonna need to constantly whatever. It's just when you want, you get it.
Yeah.
And now the whole thing is it's always on. You can look at it at all time. I'm like, all right, guys,
Just flip the message. Who
It's
cares?
literally just flips.
Just move the goalpost,
It's also
bro.
it's recyclable now. It's made from.
Hey man, that's what they
recyclable.
want. They show the little chart with all the green check marks, letting you know
Yeah,
everything's
so many
alive. You know
green
what I mean?
check marks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I don't need it or for anything, but it's like, meh. It actually seems cool.
I want a new Apple Watch just because I'm still on Series 1.
Yeah, that's a long time
It's
ago.
real old. Like I like how big the new ones are.
Yeah, that was the thing. I got to put one on my wrist. Of course, the woman who was demoing was like, "Oh, you look great." And then I'm like, "All right, slow down
All
with the
right.
hard sell."
Yeah.
All right?
Little teal one.
Like, clearly, clearly.
She's like, have you been working out?
I'm like, clearly it looks like
Honestly,
my
bigger.
wrist looks like a breakfast sausage with a rubber band around it right now. Right? I need a bigger band. Don't try to fucking
Your
tell
skin
me
looks
this.
so clear.
Oh my god,
What are you doing there?
Yeah, was that a wedding ring? Is your wife still alive? So yeah, I did that. And then I went up and I met up with this KFBF, right? Who's like, "I'll give you the tour." And he's sitting there with a very nice iPad. He was like, "I'll be." I'm like, "How will I find you?" He's like, "I'm gonna have an iPad. I'll
You'll
probably
know.
write something stupid up there." And
Just
sure enough,
drops
first
out
off,
from the ceiling.
before I even saw the iPad, he's wearing a Space Rock shirt like a motherfucker. And then he had an iPad that said Greg Miller, parentheses, aka the Grappler. And I'm like,
Oh, shit.
this guy's
Damn.
deep. He knows everything.
If you wanted to do it, it's just hashtag Greg sucks. That would have been
That'd been cool,
Cafe
yeah,
After
yeah.
Streamies. What's up?
Yeah. What's up?
So,
At lunch, he did tell me his favorite show right now is KFAF. So
Did he really? He's the best. Kid's the best.
He's a good kid. Good guy.
So yeah, but this time, like, it was the thing of I forgot how fast I had gotten from the parking lot into the thing, because once you get in there, of course, you're just like in there, like, you know what I mean? That's when it is like Disneyland, where it is like the rest of the world doesn't exist. And so he walked me past the area that I was allowed to go with the green pass, and he gave me another pass that had my name on it, kind of funny and all that jazz. And that's when we got to the giant like Circle Apple Park building.
Donut.
Yeah, exactly. And like
Did it
walking
feel
there.
like you were in Mass Effect?
Yeah, I guess so. I kept saying it feels like I'm in a really nice college, a brand new college. You know what I mean?
okay.
Because people are like, they have bikes there that you walk over with your phone and you scan. They're free. You scan them, but so they know you have them. And then people are riding them around because the Apple Park is so big that he's like, oh, if I have a meeting at 1 o'clock and I'm over there, I got to leave 10 minutes early just to make sure I make it over there. So people are doing that. People are walking around.
Do they have apartments in this thing?
No,
No.
not to my
No
knowledge.
living
I don't know.
spaces?
They do have like he was giving me the full tour on the outside of all the accoutrements and stuff like that. So I saw the volleyball things. People are out there playing football in the middle of the day.
They got
Like,
hoops?
Do some more. Oh, they got hoops out there. Are you kidding me? They got
Wow,
hoops.
man, I would love
It
to
got
hoop
even
it up
better
there.
because he's walking over. He's like, "Here's the gym. The dentist is there too." And I'm like, "I need glasses." He's like, "There's an optometrist." I'm like,
Shit.
Jesus, that's perfect. Can you imagine? Because that's the biggest thing. I didn't ask,
Let's
but
go
I imagine
work
they got a
remotely
barber
from there.
I know.
Do they have
right?
more than one restroom?
They have lots of restrooms. Yeah, they got lots of restrooms. Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it.
they have this giant pond out there, like that's just out
love
there.
ponds.
Yeah, it's really nice. The
Yeah,
whole
the-
the
Tim
building,
loves
right?
ponds.
It's you know how it's just the giant circle
Donut,
with all
yeah.
the different rings and stuff.
Pond five.
It turns out that like there's a little gap at the bottom of the windows between the whatever the floor and the windows, and that's what air conditions the place. Just the breeze coming in and getting sucked into the
Recycle, man. Green
Exactly.
check.
12,000 people work there. 12,000
That's a
people.
city.
And I know.
It is a city.
I'm well aware that it was outrageous how many people.
Can
were
you
there.
imagine? Well, I guess everybody sort of sticks to their own quarters and shit. But you got to imagine, like, it's like walking down the street. You're not going to see the same person twice, probably.
Sure. Yeah.
Outside from your.
Well, it's like college.
yeah.
That's what I say.
I think with I think UCI had maybe like, God, I want to say 15,000 people. Does that sound right for a UC? I could be completely wrong. Kevin, can you look that up? But like, yeah, how many? Can you just Google how many students go to UC Irvine? I might be way the fuck off. But like, yeah, some of these bigger schools have like tens of thousands of people that go to them, isn't it?
3,000 right now.
Yeah. So that's like a
crazy.
college
Third.
campus.
Yeah.
You would see people, but you might not ever see them again.
Well, talking to him and talking to Bozon about it, right? It was also the idea that like the way everybody works there is so secretive. Of course, is that they know what they're doing and they know what they were presenting at the
You stick to
presentation
your own
today,
shit.
but you don't know what's happening in the other silos. You don't really know outside
That's
of the
so
rumors what everything else
fascinating.
is happening. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's really cool.
You go to
Damn,
backroomers.com.
33,000
no.
people.
Of course, yeah.
I got to imagine that it's like. What I was asking about the interior because I remember the first time that I visited Jerry World,
I don't know what
which
that
is Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, okay.
The first time I visited that was its inaugural season, 2008, I believe. And walking in there, I felt like I was in a spaceship.
Yeah.
Because
This feels like future. It
Just
feels like
because of
bicentennial, man.
how tall everything was, and you would look down, and there's just stories of escalators, and I felt like how in the future they portrayed giant sort of freighters. Like not like small, little fighter ships, like a giant sort of civilization is going to live here sort of ship. That's what it reminded me of, and I got to imagine that like with all the technology that
Oh,
they
totally.
have,
And
this has
everything's
gotta be,
tag
it's
in. Like when we were
so
walking to
cool.
lunch, he passed me his phone of like, what do I want? And I just tapped it, and then you went over there, and we said his name, and it was like right there. Have you seen this yet?
It's crazy.
Oh, I
this-
put this in Internet Explorers.
Oh, okay then. Sorry. Watch on Internet Explorers.
Well, I want to see it. I'm
Hey, shout out right now. This went through the rigmarole on Twitter, right? You go through, so if you're an audio listener, they're at
Jerry World. It's Cowboy Stadium.
I know, yeah. But like you go through and you pick the players you want in your photo or whatever from the roster. Then you go and you pose with it. It's like a touch kiosk, right? And then those players run in AR and pose with you. And that is so fucking cool. If you're not watching, you should click over and watch it. She picked, so they picked these players to be in their photo. Look, they go in there, they pose, they put their arm around them. That is amazing. Like that's the really cool tech of like
it's so fucking badass.
All the bullshit touchscreens we have at the mall you don't care about. That thing's rad as hell. You know what I mean?
Look at
that's
that.
totally
That's
what
so
I want.
crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to do that at Apple with Steve Jobs?
Jesus Christ. No, Nick. Jesus. We should do it kind of funny or whatever.
Everyone's got a turtleneck and he's just like,
No.
Wow. That man died. I don't know if you know, I have this tag now. All right, I have to defend him.
First off, I don't like that you spend half an hour at Apple and you're so ride or die Apple that you're ready to move into this fucking city.
I was at the end. At the end, he's like, "All right, we'll see you later. I'm like, can I stay?" They got 3 kinds of water. What? 3 kinds of water. Chilled water. Room temperature water, and then sparkling water. All right.
What do you want hot?
I want sparkling chilled.
They'll spit it in your face.
I also want to point out that Greg, for audio listeners, is wearing a very lovely, what would we say, salmon-colored.
Thank you.
Is this from Amazon?
Button-up shirt.
No, Stitch Fix.
That would be probably the shirt that I'd consider wearing to an interview at Apple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
What I'd like to point out is that it's
solid point.
if you want to like, if you look like the bell curve kind of thing. Me and Tim have just gone through the looking glass. Where there was a week where we looked exactly alike, and now I'm starting to look more like Tim. He's starting to look more like me.
You swapped. I hate it. I don't like it.
Soon I'll have
See
blonde
that
hair.
Twitter?
Oh
Twitter
God,
account?
horrifying.
What is it?
Horrifying. You didn't see this yet?
No, God.
Tim, pull it up and throw it to control. But yeah, so then, but walking around, it was the same thing where he was telling me of like, oh yeah, when they took over and they built this thing here, like they built up the hills. So that from the top floor, like where the executives are, you can't see like the city or the parking garage or anything because they wanted it to feel isolated and feel like you're there. And it's fucking on one part totally cult-like.
Something
and
Black Mirror.
On the other part, it's
yeah.
like that sounds cool
That
because it
is
was so
cool.
peaceful and like it was like we're walking around and like
The hustle and bustle of everything is gone.
they're
Like,
throwing a
we're our
football
own
on their lunch break
society.
and chilling out there, and people are working outside. And he's like, "Here's the stage where Lady Gaga performed and all this other crap." And I was like,
That's
Jesus
cool as
Christ.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really cool.
Yeah, like that's, I don't know. That's
Just
cool.
sneak in. Nobody would know.
The guy who designed the pond did a speech about the pond, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we made sure that none of the stones are the same, like that they wouldn't group up in colors, like they had to be laid out that much." Throw this up here, yeah.
They were suspended.
Roger
the account
showed
was
this.
suspended.
Well, good. I'm glad. It's horrifying, but
His
it's
account is at Tim Greggy's.
Tim Greggy's. Click on it, yeah. And there you go. Tim Greggy's, co-founders at Kinda Funny Vids. We were born to eat chicken wings and play video games. # let Tim host. Someone please save us.
I am a bot.
I am a bot. And then if you click over one, you see it is me and Tim's merged persona. Like if you're an audio listener, remember when DC and Marvel crossed over and there was the Alagma universe for a second and there was Spider-Boy? It's like that, where they took two things you loved and shoved them into one body. Which now, to our credit, me and Tim basically look exactly alike now. So it's just a Mizzou shirt with a bomber jacket over it, but still
The
horrifying.
faces are like very overlaid in a
Now,
convincing
here's the
way.
thing. It's as it said, account suspended. Are you the one who reported it, Tim?
No,
It looked like a deep fake.
it does look like a
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes me think, like, what would your child look like?
Just exactly one of us.
Exactly like that.
I don't know how much modern exactly.
I just feel
Yeah.
like you guys should splice your DNA. Let's
Because
go
that
for
was a
this
lot
thing.
of Greg's face,
Let's make
but
a
that
super
was
host.
sliced DNA,
A
Craig.
super host.
that was Greg's face on Tim's head shape and Tim's body. Because that was your pose, right?
yeah. Tim does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that was Tim's body for sure, but
Tim
mine
does
was
the twin
shirt.
sticks.
Got it. You know
what I mean?
But your
Got it.
face, a lot more of your face.
Yeah.
I saw in there.
It's hard to do, you know what I mean?
is how-
It's hard to do. Didn't know we had the science for that.
Tim and I have been trying to make a baby together for years, and
Yeah,
that's as
spicing
close
that
we're ever
DNA,
going to
man.
get, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
I'm
I
excited
do
for the Chase Arena to open up in
We're
San
going.
Francisco. Yeah,
2 nights in a row?
one of the earliest things
Why?
opening there.
Wrestling.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
When does
I'm
it
going
open?
one night.
You're not
Opened
going?
last weekend.
Oh, you're only going one night?
Did it really?
Why?
Metallica opened it.
Why you
No
limp?
shit.
Gia's former roommate played with Metallica this
I don't
weekend.
even know
there.
where it is. Where is it?
It's it's
Patch.
just south. Yeah, it's in Dog Patch. It's just south of the Giants field.
How do I have never
Like,
seen
it's
seen this
literally
thing?
like 3 blocks from the.
From Giant Stadium?
Yeah.
They put it
I
up. I
drove-
feel like overnight because
I drove by that the other day. I didn't see a fucking. I'm pretty sure I would see a
it's big.
stadium.
Yeah, when Jen and I rode bikes over there, and we were like, "Oh, let's go check on this." And it was like, I'm like, "Fuck, it's done." This was like months ago now.
It's the wizard magic. They're keeping it hidden from muggles.
Bing, 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 bing.
I'm stoked because I believe one of the days they are doing the. I think no, never mind. I lied. Because I know next year they're doing Overwatch League stuff here.
Yeah,
but they're not having it there. They're having it at some other place, which we're all going to, by the way.
Well, I'm in the video shack, if you remember. So yeah,
you are. Yeah.
What's Jerry Brown?
Jerry Jones. Jerry World.
Jerry World. Yeah, I remember when they first opened Pac Bell Park, the baseball, or I guess AT&T Park.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Oracle now, isn't it?
So it's Oracle. So the Chase is the other one. Whatever. Oracle, the baseball stadium.
The Diamond.
With the giant Coke.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the fucking future. And I had that same feeling being like a dumb 9-year-old kid or whatever. And there's this giant slide. Did you know there's a slide in that Coke?
Yeah, the Coke, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Guys, you got to learn something about the city you live in, all right?
You get to go to the top and slide through the Coke bottle.
Let me tell you something about learning this city and how much of an embarrassment I am.
All right, I'm excited about this.
Let me open up my...
Kevin is showing the Google Street View from April 2017. It is not there, but it's getting ready to be there. And now, Kevin, I assure you it is there.
No, I know. I was there like a week and a half ago.
It's not competition.
So, on September... this Saturday, actually, Lucy James posts a photo of a very sort of foreign place that looked very Japanese.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I saw this photo, and it looked super exotic, and like the trees and everything.
Is this the tea garden in Golden Gate Park?
And so I replied, I was like, where is this? She's like, the Japanese tea garden. I was like, fuck, how long are you in Japan for?
God.
She's like, Andy, it's in San Francisco. And I was like, oh my God.
Yo, real talk though, the Japanese tea garden is, there's like 3 different things in Golden Gate Park that I'm just like, how is this real and how is this here?
So what, the windmill, the buffalo?
No, okay, so the bison for sure. The arboretum.
Oh, the bison.
It's not a
There's a difference.
Got glasses and I'm all educated now.
The bow and arrow thing?
You can see better.
What?
The bow and arrow thing?
No, that's on the bay.
The fuck is that?
The bow and arrow statue, outside of the old
in
Golden
Gate
Beer.
Park. So the Japanese tea garden is just stunning, and like you are in a different place. The bison is just like, why the fuck are they here? Super out of place. And then the
there's
arboretum,
real bison?
Yeah, there's just this like 1 block radius that's just a shit ton of bison.
Whoa.
Plane crash. They just live there.
They're all just there. It's like the 100 bear attack. Bison.
What, are you gonna tell them to leave?
And now it reminds me of the fucking in fucking X-Men where like, you know, the mutants all just like live in that little society now.
Sure,
like, fucking
Utopia.
Magnesium.
And the arboretum is the last one.
What's the arboretum?
It's like it's kind of like a zoo for flowers and like plants. And trees
I know.
and
It
shit.
looks like herbology class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
It's really pretty.
super pretty, super dope. You like walk through giant trees and the tree trunks are all
They
like
do
cut out and
pianos in the
shit.
park there once a year.
Do you
They just wrap it
remember
up. But
in
it's like dozens of
pianos?
pianos and people are just playing them?
Is it like in the movie Airborne where the guy's taking his girl on a date and they're in a big... it's like a big
planetarium.
It's almost like it's almost like a planetarium. Yeah, like a biodome.
I love a good planetarium.
greenhouse.
Remember as a kid, that's like some of the coolest shit you can
Nothing
do.
cooler than
You go there,
planetarium.
you do the reclining, and they're like,
Yeah.
stars!
Well, I guess it's not a planetarium because it's just like glass.
You've
looking
never
up
been to a
into the sky.
planetarium? Oh my God, Nick,
We did
you
that
would
as a
love
kid
it.
all the time. It was
Dude,
so
in
cool.
middle school, like there's nothing like a field trip. You're in 7th grade. You're here.
Yeah.
Your seats kind of lay back. Everything gets dark. There's some stars above you, but everything's really dark. You can just
Handies.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Did
know
we win
what I
Andy's
mean?
then?
First one I ever got. was
Wow. In a planetarium during a star show?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was dope.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
I love space.
I love very big screens.
Yeah, I just know the Arboretum from Austin, where it's like it's a shopping center. It's a place where people live and shit. you
Very
know?
different.
Yeah, very different.
Shout out to Morton Arboretum in the suburbs of Chicago. Another place that does a lovely light exhibit.
What the fuck is Arboretum mean?
God damn it. God fucking damn it. You know you can't curse within 30 seconds of the ad. We
Sorry.
were fine.
I'm so
A perfect transition. You dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, Gary straight up said shit in one of the ad reads today.
Yeah, great job, Jay.
I love that, man. How did it go in with you breaking in to talk about manscaping?
It went fine. I think because it was part of that read, we might be okay.
Okay.
An arboretum, in a general sense, is a botanical collection composed exclusively of trees.
That's what they call the SF one, botanical garden.
Botanical gardens. Yeah, I've never heard it be called an arboretum before.
Arboretum is more about trees. Botanical gardens more about flowers.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day is a thing that's about trees as well.
Yeah.
But then they kind of double dip because it's like, oh, it's Arbor Day. We're just going to talk about trees. And then Earth Day. And then Anne Frank Day.
You can't double dip. Yeah, you're right.
Hot dog.
Pick one.
National Hot Dog Day.
It's like Labor Day, and then let's also do a no work day. It's the same shit.
You don't know my father, but you know of #1 crane operator Greg Miller, right?
For a second, it just felt like you were like, no, you don't know my father. Don't act like you do.
Did you ever watch the interview with him, the old Patreon one? Or you've never like talked to my father?
No,
right?
I never have. No.
All right, cool. He's a very like simple man. You know what I mean? He goes to work, he comes home, he does all this stuff.
He's come to the studio before, I think, maybe when I was here.
Okay,
Maybe.
so you have met him then. Anyways, doesn't matter. This
They
weekend,
didn't sit down and
this
like, get
weekend,
into it with each other.
a non sequitur. I forget how we got there or whatever, but I just we were hanging out talking over a cup of coffee, and I was like, "Do you know that in Texas they serve pickles at the movie theater?" And my dad just stared at me, and then we just moved on to another topic. Speaking of. Let's move on to our sponsors. The Kinda Funny podcast is brought to you by Mint Mobile. If you're using one of the big wireless providers in 2019, have you asked yourself what you're paying for? Between expensive retail stores, inflated prices, and hidden fees, you're being taken advantage of because they know you'll pay. Enter Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile provides the same premium network coverage you're used to, but at a fraction of the cost because everything is online. Mint Mobile saves on retail locations and overhead, then passes those savings directly onto you. We know about it because Tim got it for his mom. He says it's made talking to her very easy. Mint Mobile makes it easy to cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. Every plan comes with unlimited nationwide talk and text. With Mint Mobile, stop paying for unlimited data you'll never use. Choose between plans with 3, 8, or 12 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch your old wireless bill and start saving with Mint Mobile. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/kinda. That's mintmobile.com/kinda. Cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/kinda. Up next, it's Mugsy Jeans. Mugsy Jeans are the most comfortable and affordable men's jeans ever made. That's no exaggeration. Tim Gettys uses them and loves them and was just telling about them. And now that I need new jeans, I need to do this too. Mugsy's are the real jeans that literally feel as comfortable as sweatpants. The magic is in Mugsy's proprietary fabrics, which include a blend of high-tech materials that make these jeans mind-blowingly soft and flexible. Best of all, Mugsy comes in a stylish fit that's not too baggy but not too tight, so you look even better than you feel. If you want comfortable jeans that look good, Mugsy jeans are for you. The guys at Mugsy are so confident you love them, they'll offer you a free USA shipping and returns, so your comfort is 100% guaranteed. Do your legs a favor and grab your own pair of these jeans that are sweeping the nation by heading to Mugsy.com, that's MUGSY.com, and use the code KINDA for $10 off. Again, that's Mugsy.com. Use the code KINDA for $10 off. And the final sponsor of the day is Manscaped. Support for Kinda Funny comes, or for the Kinda Funny podcast and Kinda Funny, I guess, as a whole, comes from Manscaped, who is the #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. We've been talking about this a lot here. We just got them. We're excited to try them. Why? I think we're all man enough to admit we've nicked ourselves before down there trying to do this. Right, Kevin? Yeah. So badly, you said? Oh, yeah. I don't know this story, and I don't know if I want to. All right, don't need to hear it. That's why Manscaped has redesigned their the electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary skin-safe technology, so this trimmer won't nick or snag your nuts. Manscaping accidents are finally a thing of the past. And don't use the same trimmer on your face as you're using on your balls. That's just nasty. Don't judge me. Manscaped also has the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why not be putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? Get 20% off and free shipping with the code KINDA at manscaped.com. Always use the right tools for the job. Your balls will thank you. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code KINDA at manscaped.com. And we're back.
They do sell pickles at a movie theater.
I could go for one right now.
I got a message recently from a Kinda Funny best friend.
Oh, Governor.
I opened up my DMs on Twitter, but it's cool that it's sort of like Instagram where they are message requests.
Yeah.
Instead of just like people sending you messages, like you can't talk with them unless you approve the message and shit like that. So this one kind of, he's like, holy shit, I never thought I'd see your DMs like open. I just want to let you know how much I love the content, blah, blah, blah. And like, also Pickles and Movie Theater is awesome. I'm from Texas. It's fucking great. I was like, yeah, dude, this guy
gets it. This guy gets it.
Yeah, dog. Pickles and Movie Theaters.
Tim.
Yes.
You want to talk to me about something?
I do.
What
I
do you
got
got?
something for you. This is a weird one.
Okay.
Gia and I driving back from Tahoe, talking about a whole bunch
Engaged.
of different shit. We are engaged.
Your
in fact.
fiancé? Yeah.
My fiance, Giance. Looking at.
But you don't call her Gia. That's the thing.
Gia.
No one calls her Gia.
If her name was Gia, it'd be like, oh, Giance. That's cool.
VA.
But like, it's like Giance.
Fiance.
Gia. Giance.
Fiance.
See what I'm saying?
What? No. Gia and Via rhyme.
But it's not fiance. It's fiance.
I want this to stop.
You know, like it would make
I've
more
never
sense.
realized how close Gia's name is to Jihad.
Wow. Yeah, you broke me for a second. Yeah. Anyways, she was like just looking at her Twitter feed and shit, and a thing comes up about Ariana Grande is suing Forever 21 because she says that they used a lookalike in ads. I dived a little deeper into this,
Thank you.
and essentially what it turned out to be is Forever 21 came to Ariana Grande's team and was like, hey, she's big. We're liking her look. She has a very identifiable
She got
style,
that ponytail
look.
thing.
She has the ponytail. All of her outfits are very
She's got eyeballs.
uniquely her.
She does. She's a humanoid.
Her last couple of music videos are each extremely like as iconic clothing wise as I would say a lot of like Michael Jackson videos are, where it's like when you think you associate outfits
Strong
with those
costume
videos.
design, yeah.
Yes. So people kind of like understand that. So they're like, oh, with our new lines, we want to like kind of work with you. And they're like, all right, it's going to cost us this much money. And they're like, fuck that.
We're Forever 21, not Forever
And so
20
like, all right,
million.
well, then we're bouncing. So Ariana bounced. And then they just hired a bunch of different people that kind of looked like Ariana, and like all the clothes look very similar to Ariana in poses that are similar.
Do we have photos of this?
It's like this is the part of the story that doesn't matter much.
Okay,
Just
sorry.
Getting
My
there
apologies.
real quick. It's just like it's obvious that they're doing this shit. It's backfired on Ariana. Ariana sued Forever 21 for $10 million because of this. And
Chump
it's-
change.
It's like looking like it's gonna work out for them, for her team. This is now sparking little side note. This is sparking a whole bunch of other people being like, "Yeah, well, Ariana stole this from me," and then like all these designers are coming forth like, "Well, I want some of that 10 million because
Yeah.
what the?" And it's just like, "Oh, you opened a bad can of worms here."
Yeah, that
Ari."
has a bad precedent.
But
they probably shouldn't award her that settlement.
but
Similar to
well,
this
it sounds
whole-
like they're going to.
You saw
Like,
this
it sounds
whole
like they're gonna have to.
You saw Ric Flair suing the WWE
No,
for Becky Lynch using the man.
no way.
Yeah, that's the thing going around over the weekend. And of course, I forget. I think it's Buddy. There's an old wrestler that Ric Flair took the man from. It's a whole thing.
Buddy Biancalana?
Another little side
hate
story
you.
from that one because I feel like Nick will appreciate this. There's this new wrestling promotion called AEW. So they're like the new up and comers that are trying to like
What does that stand
Remember-
for?
WWE
All Elite
Wrestling.
Cool.
Remember Golden Boy that we sat next to that you didn't know who he was? That
Yeah,
we,
nice
we
guy.
had the hot dogs.
Hope he's doing well.
He's doing real well. He's one of their lead
he's-
commentators.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, the new champion there is Chris Jericho. So it's a big deal. Stole one of the WWE legend guys, whatever. He's the new top guy. Like the night after he won the championship, the first ever AEW champion. He's at a Texas Roadhouse or whatever
Yeah.
it is. It gets stolen.
Out of his
belt?
truck or out of his car.
The belt.
Oh, that's so sad. That
It's
sucks.
so shitty. But like he's rolling with it. They're making it part of the storyline. But like, damn, that's a rough start to your whole
That's
thing.
tough.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Anyways,
Turns
Ariana
out it was
Grande-
Ariana Grande who stole it.
yeah.
You want this back? $10 million.
Ariana Grande is suing them for $10 million, and it's like cool. It sounds like chump change. You'd think
To her, not Forever 21.
Oh yeah. I would think both.
Retail
ways.
stuff, man. Retail's tough
And
these days. You got Amazon.
That's the story that I want to give you guys here. Is this retail stuff?
Please.
It's interesting, man. Forever 21 might file for bankruptcy, and that was already a story. Now the Ariana Grande thing coming in, it's like they're pretty fucking.
We're gonna
fucked.
put the final nail in the coffin
things
on
are
that
looking,
one.
Things are looking really bad. This led me deeper down the rabbit hole here. Oh, no, I really hate
Control Shift T.
Allow
this
ads,
ad
dude.
blocker shit.
Allow ads.
Just let ads in, yeah.
That's not how it works.
Download firmwares and stuff and malware.
There's a USA Today article. We were once featured in that.
Yeah, USA Today today.
Yes, these stores are closing locations in 2019, and some of these might surprise you.
Oh my God.
Love it.
But some of them I haven't heard of. But Sears announced a round of
Sears?
closings that includes 21 stores closing in October, and additional locations will close by the end of the year. All right, we got Barney's closing a bunch of stores. GNC closing a bunch
Wait,
of stores.
Barney's is closing?
Yes,
Are they
not
to suit
all
people?
of them. Not all of them.
Okay.
But no, Barney's
Barney's the high-end clothing retailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that I don't care. GNC surprising.
Yeah,
All these
Gymboree.
people out there. Gymboree, okay.
Yeah. Pier 1.
Whoa.
Pier 1, wow, okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
hurts.
That makes sense.
Remember when people used to think I was calling you the Pier 1?
Pier 1, yeah.
Yeah.
As if you fucking really cared about Pier 1.
Then we got Kmart. It's closing more than 100 stores.
About time. I can't believe there's still Kmart's around.
Bath and Body Works is opening and closing stores in 2019.
Fair.
Cool.
Good
Great.
for them. Progress.
I'm trying to see some other
Fred's?
interesting. Party City is closing 55 stores. Where are you going to get your party goods?
I don't like this.
You know, JCPenney, Macy's, as we've already freaking seen, blocks from us. They're closing 8
Gap?
stores. Gap is closing roughly 230
Whoa!
stores. And now here's the one that made me have this as a topic. The last Payless store closed in June 2019.
The
Sad.
last?
Yeah.
The last
Were we
Payless.
down to the last one?
No, the last one closed.
Well, I mean, was it down to like
It was
there was one
extinct,
left?
yeah.
Is it how there's like
Oh.
one Blockbuster left?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But like, can you believe that?
Yes, none of the, all
I
these
feel like
stores
I've
suck.
seen Payless so often.
Not lately.
Ceremony,
Setamonte.
right there, man.
Maybe that was the one.
That might have been it, June 2019.
Scroll a bit further down.
It's the world in which you live, man.
We got
Amazon.
CVS
Exactly.
closing 46
Which
stores.
is weird because I see
Because there's too many CVSs.
Yeah, there's too many.
None
But
of
I
this is
love it.
surprising. It's like GameStop being in trouble. Oh, there's a
love
fucking
Bed
GameStop
Bath &
everywhere.
Beyond closing 40 stores.
Too many of them.
Dude, I love CVS, dude.
The final Shopco closed in June 2019.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It just looks like Bobco when I say
Yeah.
Alex Bobco.
Alex Bobco.
Victoria's Secret is closing 53
Now
stores.
that's bad. That is bad. That one's too
It's
far.
insane. It's really insane. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you guys.
Please
that
do.
I need Kevin to bring up
All right, good.
because this sucks. I sent it to Assets. Big Kev Dog.
BKD, it
Oh, no.
happened to me.
One of
no.
my favorite Mexican restaurants in San Francisco. Victor's.
No, we did the
closed.
fucking show there. Yeah,
We did.
Oh,
The Kind of Funny Game Showcase
When did you hear about this?
this morning,
It's sad.
and it broke my heart.
It's sad.
What are we supposed to do?
I mean, we don't.
Well, I
really
mean, we don't go there ever.
Every like
Yeah.
once every 6 months when we attempt to go there, and sometimes they were open.
Oh, that's so sad.
It really is, man. An institution.
Victor's. We've
Gone.
talked about Victor's closing for a while though. That's in such a prime real estate spot,
Especially now.
With both the stadiums being right there, and that. I mean, to be fair, this is Taco Bell Cantina that I'm sure is going to do totally
Across
fine.
the street.
Right across the street.
Yeah.
So it's like given those two options, but that's really sad. That was an institution for us when we were at IGN.
That's so sad.
How is there
You had
no
it once.
article?
I had it once. It was really good.
Yeah, no article. Couldn't find anything like juicy. Just their Yelp page.
Wow, that was my
Well,
favorite burrito in the city.
I will say this. Yeah, it was a good burrito. But I was gonna say I don't know that it's article worthy when a small taqueria closes in Soma.
Are you kidding me? I fucking San Francisco Chronicle falls all over themselves to be like, oh, San Francisco's ruining everything. There's they fucking this place is closing.
I know.
It's like, yeah, a lot of businesses
Things happen.
grubby
I
and not
understand.
good.
And that place was way too hot.
Yeah.
They needed some fans. They needed some ventilation going on.
Yeah, I
God,
mean,
those
we saw
I'm
this
sure. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we saw this happening recently, where Cool Greg tagged us all in a tweet, where the daughter whose father owns Emmys, tweeted out, "Hey guys, if y'all are into some Chinese food, please go to my father's place. It's really, really struggling. He works his ass off, and he would love it if they had some business because it's like times are really rough right now." And then that tweet ended up going like hella viral, and it was like thousands of retweets, thousands of likes. And apparently, they had like a really good day. And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm crying! Like my dad told me that it was like packed all day. Like thank you so much for this." But yeah, Emmy's down the street that we order from like every
It's not
once
the
in
end
a
of the
while.
story.
Oh, there was more.
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
So
no.
that's not the first time this happened. This happened in like Texas with that donut place.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's been going viral of like, oh, come help my dad, come whatever. So it was popping off. But then what started popping off is all of the complaints about the food safety.
Yeah.
And if you even go to their Yelp page, as you're scrolling down their Yelp, before you get to the reviews, there's just a giant like chunk that's just like, hey, this motherfucking place hasn't passed for years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there was a tweet in there that was
Good
like,
food though. Some of my
maybe-
favorite Chinese here.
yeah, it's really
yeah.
good.
Because it's probably MSG.
Oddly
give a
enough,
fuck,
Brian Altano tweeted today, talking to one of the I think it's actually Peter Brown. Yeah, Peter Brown from GameSpot about one of their ramen places closing. Brian says, "Oh man, rip! 2 of our favorite restaurants around the corner from IGN just closed down within a 2-week window: Victor's Burritos and Tony's Pizza. And it's utterly heartbreaking. Tony was the slice house right across that was in the old Ironside thing. Went to their website. This is what they say." Due to increasing rent prices, road and sidewalk construction, and a noticeable change in neighborhood foot traffic, as of August 23rd, we have officially closed the doors on our Slice House 2nd Street location. Thank you to the team who worked tirelessly to offer the best experience to our guests every day, and the community who supported the location and continue to support our efforts. We encourage our, there's multiple other Slice Houses and stuff like that.
I feel bad for them, but
I've eaten there before.
Boo Boo Tier Pizza.
Oh yeah, it's not even. It was more that I remember. I liked Ironside so much.
Oh yeah,
great coffee over there. Yeah, exactly.
No,
that was the big.
Ironside is
Oh my
good.
god, that back Woo! Did anything ever go in where Paragon? Where Paragon was down there?
No, I think it's still just a closed Paragon.
God man.
That area is about to be popping off though with this Chase Arena. We're about to get.
But
some
I mean, it
nice
lives
shit.
and dies right by the Giants, right? I mean, you figure for the Oracle Stadium. What's the other? What we
Chase.
just fucked. Thank you. Sorry.
Chase Arena.
With Chase on the other side, I think there will be people who walk over, but it's going to be more for around there. I think.
Yeah, I think Mission Bay is going to start popping off more because of that stadium. I can't imagine.
Gonna pop off.
Yeah, I don't know. That was always the weird thing about that, where like you'd look at those restaurants and you'd be like, they're a ghost town for what? How long does baseball go for? How long is the season in baseball?
Too long.
9 months.
From March to like early November.
Yeah, so I mean, in between those months, it's like I don't understand how these restaurants stay alive, but they that must bankroll all that money from those times when they're just popping and there's local games. But I don't know. I think Paragon. That's the other thing that you just look at these and you're like, Paragon wasn't that good. Did it need to be around? Not really.
They had those great mushroom cigars we like so much.
They did, and we just go ahead. Oh, Stogie.
Oh, Snoogie.
Volcano curry, I swear, will survive on my intake.
Just
alone.
you?
Alone.
It's been there long enough that I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, my thing is, and it's just any day now, but
Curry
one
at
of
night.
my favorite places in San Francisco, the Swamp, the shrimp
yeah,
boil place, Cajun boil place. There's something about it because every single shrimp boil place in the Bay Area has a line out the door, and it's like you need to like plan a day to be able to go. Swamp, not at all. It's just far away from everything that it's just like they're always empty. And I'm like, one day I'm gonna go, and the nice woman there.
I mean,
She's so
But
nice.
it's
about you
across the
guys-
street of Volcano Curry.
I used to.
And you're always going to the curry place. You're not going there, are you, Andy?
No.
You're part of the problem.
No, because I go to the place near my place. I go to the place I try to convince Tim and Kevin to go to, which is the same style thing. That they just don't like as much.
Well, it's because
the
it's
thing
just
is-
Barrett. It's
What?
Barrett with a trash bag full of corn on the cob trying to serve it to you guys.
Just dipping it in weird juices. No, there's a place near my apartment that I love there. It's a place where Tim and Kevin love, where they do the whole broil bullshit, where it's all like in a big bucket.
Yo,
of
we'll take some
swamp.
shrimp and we'll take some sausage and corn on the cob. We'll toss it in here. You want some lemon pepper seasoning? Bye-bye.
It's all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah. No, they don't like this place is good for that, but this place has fantastic fried offerings. Their fried prawns are fucking
die for.
delicious, dude. Oh my god, the fried fish is delicious. The place that they go to, the Swamp, I hate their fried offerings. Like it's just, it's not seasoned.
Well, it's like ordering a burger at a pizza place.
Sure, bad.
You know what I
Don't
mean?
do
It's
that.
like, I get it. I understand because like the one that's near your house is.
I don't think
more
it's
of
that
like
different.
I think it is.
No,
If you go, you
I think it's
get
like
the thing
I think it's
that
like getting
they make.
a hot dog at a burger place, not like
Sure. Okay.
You know?
That's fine. But like,
know
don't
what
do
I'm
that
saying?
though.
I do know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are just making me really sad because I'm thinking about the only restaurant I've ever cared about that closed near me was the Taco Bell.
Dude, and the Barney's near you.
Oh, you love that Barney. See, I never loved the Barney, so I was like, it's fine, but there's other better burger places that I would go to. But having a Taco Bell within relative walking distance of me was so nice.
Man.
And now I got to drive my ass all the way over to the one on Geary by your place. And it's just far enough away for me to realize the shame of what I'm doing on
Dude,
the way
that place
over.
looks like so
It's
shady.
disgusting.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Not only is it disgusting, it is very far from your house, Nick.
It's far.
It's very far. Like you're making a decision to go to Taco
No,
Bell.
like it's so far that I legitimately have to try to convince my wife to come with me just so I'll have company on the
Yeah.
ride over there. And then you walk in and it is fucking scummy.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good excuse for you though. Whenever I may be without my car a day or something,
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey, you want to ride home?" Like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, I might stop at Taco Bell.
I mean, well, you have within walking distance, you have that Taco Bell. You also have you have All Star Donuts as well, which is pretty close to you, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't even know where that is.
It's one of my
on
favorite
12th and
24-hour donut places.
that Taco Bell,
Yeah.
the one on Geary,
The hellhole?
the hellhole. We grew up going there, and Cool Greg's friend one time just decided to walk outside, just drop his pants, just put butt cheeks against the window, and just go like that.
Yeah.
And just
Sounds
like
about
look
right.
back at him.
Yeah.
It was just like, What the fuck is wrong with kids, man?
I don't know.
Like he was like
Then
probably,
he came back in and got another taco.
He was probably 10, which gives it that thing where it's just like, all right, you're still young.
They're
but
like, number 12,
you're old
like, that's
enough
me.
to not be doing things like that.
This is how bad this Taco Bell is. One, they have
Never clean the window.
Well, yeah, that's the
this
butt cheeks
day.
are still there.
Yeah.
One, they have a token for entry for the bathroom. You have to get a token from them to go into the bathroom. And two, they have like a cutoff switch for the soda machine. Because homeless people will walk in and just start hitting it. And like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
It's not homeless people. It's because the middle schools.
Oh, the middle school kids do that too? Yeah, it's bad. It's real
Big
bad.
news out of the Sunset by the old spare bedroom. That KFC Taco Bell. Something
dude.
finally got leased. It says leased in the window now. Something's happening over there.
Shit,
I don't know
what's it gonna be?
I don't know. Probably KFC Taco
Maybe
Bell.
it's another KFC Taco Bell.
Maybe a Pizza Hut Taco Bell.
It's probably gonna be another goddamn Whole Foods at this rate. We could chill on the Whole Foods, guys.
We chill on a lot of things in the city.
Like, there's no reason that they're gonna like Target needs to chill its fucking ass too. Like, it's
If
insane.
they're not building a real Target, don't build the Target.
And like,
It's a
San
good
Francisco
point.
went
Oh,
from
it's city
0
Target.
Targets
Oh,
to
great.
1,000 city Targets.
Terrible.
And it's just
Terrible.
Like,
And they're all
guys,
they're all
stop.
terrible. You've never been to a city Target. Imagine a real Target
They're
with
not
nothing.
that bad.
I just like
They're
City
horrible.
Targets are a good alternative if you're not within walking of a real
No,
Target.
I remember one day you're here. You're like, you think I'm gonna go to Target and get a steamer. And I was like, which one? I'll go with you. Which one you going to? You're like, City Target. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have it. You're like, yeah, we went there, no steamer.
I prefer City Target to Walgreens though, and like CVS.
Well,
Walgreens and CVS can just die.
What? No, they're
What?
super helpful. They're like a corner drugstore. They're
I don't even
they're
know
a
you anymore.
specified thing. They're a specified thing. City
What's that
Target
thing?
has no use.
What does that mean?
What do I need?
They have everything the Walgreens has, but more.
No, not true.
You can get prescriptions at a CVS and a
You can
Walgreens.
get-
Thank
Target
you.
too.
Checkmate.
You can't get that
No,
at Target.
You can't get it.
City
You can't
Target?
get it at the fucking
The ones that
trash.
have
City
CVS built
Target.
in.
What's the fucking one at the mall?
That's a Target.
That's not a real Target.
The Target Express. It's different than
I
City.
fucking hate everybody. Not you.
I'm letting
Everybody.
you know, man.
You can hate
Especially
them
Nick.
too.
There's
I hate
2
you too.
Targets next to each other in Colma. Just like there's about to be 2 Whole Foods. There's a Whole Foods, ladies and gentlemen, 10 blocks that way.
I
Not
almost
even.
lived above it.
There's a Whole Foods being built
awesome.
Remember-
2 blocks this way.
Do you remember there was a time when we were like, you know what we should do for lunch? We should go to Whole Foods. And we all
great.
went, and then all of us spent like $30 on
we're like,
lunch. We were
never
like, we're
again.
never doing this again.
Never
I got a
again.
salad that was $22.
I swear there was like
is this
I
place?
swear there was like a 3-week period where Cool Greg just had unlimited coupons to that
For
damn
sandwiches
Whole
to
Foods.
that Whole
And he
Foods.
would always be like, "Yo, what do you get for lunch?" Like, you want to go get a sandwich at Whole Foods? I was like, no, I don't.
They are good sandwiches. They are good sandwiches.
I can't believe you somehow managed to get Ariana Grande to Victor's closing. That was impressive.
I know.
Yeah, heartbreaking,
It
but
worked.
impressive.
All the way around.
That
it's
was like
heartbreaking.
6 degrees of
But like that's
Nicolas
the thing is
Cage.
like imagine Forever 21 being gone. It's such an institution that it's just like that sounds that to me is like Toys R Us going away.
It happened.
And
They're still in
Now,
Canada.
now they're all
coming
Spirit
back.
Halloween.
And yeah, we saw them in Canada.
Yeah.
That's where Forever 21 will go to retire to. That's why when you go to
It's like the Florida of North
yeah,
America.
that's when you go to Tanfran, you got all the weird knockoff stores that aren't
Oh,
stores.
God. Forever 22.
They have Forever 21 there too.
Not much
21
longer.
Infinity.
Not much longer.
Almost 30.
Almost there.
I'll tell
The
you,
sequel series.
once Blockbusters closed, once like the final Blockbusters were done, I promised myself that I would never love a retail store ever again. Between that and Barnes and Nobles, and those are kind of still hanging on. But
that one at
there is that one. You guys remember how I was like, this is the perfect day, and you guys just kind of conveniently
Let me
forgot that we were going
describe
to
to
do
you
that.
Nick's perfect date.
Let me ask you if you when he's going to describe this to you, and then you tell me when I come back from Japan if you don't want to do this with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we want some wings, but we've been burned so many times from
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
No more Wild Wings.
So we're like, all right, we're
me
going
and
to
Barrett put
Hooters.
our foot down. We're like,
Don't
we're
go
not
to
doing it.
Hooters.
So we went to Hooters.
It was delightful.
They're so bad.
It
The
was
wings
like-
are so bad.
They're not. They're not.
They're not
At
that
this
bad.
point in the Bay Area, I think they're the best chain wing place.
I'd still go Wild Wings, but service is awful at Wild Wings.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so bad
Yeah.
that it's just not
Like,
working.
that was
the
the day
wings
that-
might not be as
They get
good,
it
but
to
at
you.
least they actually give you wings.
That was the day that I texted Greg the photo because Greg was
working somewhere.
You were Borderlands, Dallas. You were in Dallas.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the day that I sent you the photo of Kevin with his 2 right shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was-
Never
that was
forget.
And then I
Awesome.
said, guess what? And he showed me, Greg sent me a beautiful photo of wings. And I said, I ate wings today too at Hooters. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
We just need better wings out here, man.
Pluckers, come save us.
Save
First
us,
off,
dude.
it
You're
was
only
not
hope.
bad. The wings were whatever, but the tater tots, the pickle chips,
The
all
pickle
that
chips
stuff
are
were
good.
great.
That's
Pickle
it.
chips are great then.
Now here's the thing. Hooters. We're
Yeah.
eating these wings. That was our lunch. Next to Hooters, Spirit Halloween store.
Oh,
Okay. Next to Spirit Halloween store, Barnes and Noble. Next to Barnes & Noble, BJ's.
So here was my grand
BJ's,
plan.
yeah.
Here was my grand plan. We go to Hooters, have a delightful little lunch. We didn't have anything else going on for the rest of the day. We could take our time, relax. Once we're done with that, we go over, that's right, to the Spirit Halloween store.
Beautiful.
Try to find some costumes for this up-and-coming Halloween season.
Sure.
And then we go over to Barnes & Noble, look at some books, maybe get an iced coffee from the Seattle's Best they still have in there. While we're in there, we call in the orders for the Bazookies. Wow. And then when we're done with our coffee, we walk up and give the Bazookies, take them home.
Oh, I don't think a bazooka's going to travel well.
We can eat them there. We can eat them on the, call it out. We can go back to the Barnes & Noble and eat them inside there.
What we're not realizing is we're hearing Kevin react in the background right now. He's very excited. And when we were at the Hooters, we were like, we can't tell Kevin about this because he'll be so mad that we came to Hooters.
The whole journey of it all, too.
Yeah. Not only did Kevin not go to Hooters, but he was like at a funeral.
Yeah,
we were in the
right shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Dude, so you brought up Blockbuster a second ago.
Yeah.
Something I want to say is I spent the weekend in Tahoe City. All right. And like I've been to Tahoe many times in my life and I understand what it is, but I've always been to South Lake Tahoe. So I've been kind of like a lot of the ski lodges areas and all that kind of stuff going on, right? There's also a lake. But I understand that it's like, and there's casinos and all this stuff, right?
It's the Reno side of Tahoe.
But it's definitely like, okay, cool. Like this is definitely a place you go to for very specific reasons, and that's kind of it. Some people live here, sure. I think that's where Snowbike Mike lives.
Yeah.
In that area. Tahoe City, I'm like, okay, it's a city. At least it's going to be a bit more like there's going to be some things going on. I didn't have a black dress shirt, and I wanted to wear a black dress shirt to this wedding. So I'm like, whatever. We'll drive up to Tahoe. I have a lot of free time. I'm going to just go get a dress shirt somewhere. We get there, and I start Googling like where to get dress shirts. Then I realize there's no Target. There is no Express. There is no Walmart. There is no
A simpler time like Tahoe.
Walgreens. There is no. It gets down to a point where I'm like, there's nothing. The closest place to get a dress shirt, period, an hour away.
Reno.
An hour away. I did it. It was great. But
Did you gamble?
no, I didn't. But there's just this little strip. Tahoe City is 3 blocks long with just a bunch of places you never heard of.
Yeah.
Including a place called Video Stop. And I just like looked in and it's literally VHSs and DVDs.
Awesome.
I'm like, what fucking life are y'all living up here?
I tell you what.
All these
what
people that
decade
are
are
like,
we in?
why would you stay in San Francisco? What if it's like, I don't want to go where y'all motherfuckers are with your VHS tapes.
I thought it was
your
like
DVDs,
a radio
your lack of
advocacy
anything.
building. Like videos need to stop. We're here. Yeah, just audio only, guys.
I'm going to tell you this, though. That sounds like a delight. I would love to
That sounds like a
retire
great
and
vacation
open up a video store in Tahoe City.
Imagine if you weren't there for a wedding you didn't want to go to, and you weren't down a dress shirt you needed, and you
I was down to go to the wedding.
escape.
I just didn't want to do
Nah,
that
you
shit.
hated it. I talked to you about it. You said that
you did not talk to
You
me
said
about
you
it.
hated the bride and the groom, and you said you and G
That-
were
okay,
on the
that's
rocks,
a
and you didn't
fact.
want to be in
That's
the
true,
car.
too. Yeah.
But imagine you go there, you're going to ski and do some, I don't know, fucking drinking, you're hanging out, you go to a nice dinner, and then on the walk home, you get to relive it. You stop into the video store, you get a VHS, you go back. You'd love this. You go to the hotel, you pop in the VCR.
I mean, I go to
there's no
Tahoe.
VCR
I go to Tahoe.
You weren't in the right hotel, Tim.
That's true.
I was literally in Tahoe the weekend before you.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any agenda. I was just visiting
You were
family
in Tahoe
there.
City?
We were in Truckee and then we were in South Lake.
Okay.
So kind of where you were, but we were on the southern side of that.
I've never experienced something like this. It felt like
very small
a bad
town.
Disneyland ride.
Really?
Yeah.
So we also go to when we hang out, we go over to like Squaw or North Star, the actual ski resorts, because they have villages where you can go shop. So you could have gone to one of the ski resorts and probably, I don't know if you could find a dress shirt though, but you can find like cool clothes to buy and stuff like that.
Another one of my friends also forgot his dress shirt at home in San Francisco. They called down to the hotel lobby, whatever.
Concierge.
They're just like, yeah, there's no dress shirts here. Nowhere you go.
Yeah.
You need to go to Reno.
I mean,
It's
it
like,
is
Jesus.
It is like when I go to Truckee, it's very small town, very small town.
Bigger problem we had on top of all this that definitely did not add to my enjoyment
factor.
of all this. Blackout for
Oh, that's
about
tough.
7 hours.
That's really tough.
From wake up to lunchtime. What's that mean? Oh, the 4 restaurants here, they're closed. It's like, great. Where am I going to get food? I'm just going to die here in a place that's not hot enough to go in the lake. It's not cold enough to be snowing, Greg. What's the point?
You could fish in the lake. You probably could have took a trout out of that lake.
no.
Salmon
So what did
maybe.
you do?
We went. What we did was go to a place. It's like they're like, hey, we can still serve alcohol. And we're like, well,
Perfect.
me and Gia, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna go
So
drink.
then we're just hanging out with the bride and groom, drinking a little bit. Then I'm like, oh, I need to pee because I've drank enough to go pee. go to the bathroom.
Electric
I'm at the urinal. There's a stall like this close to my face. All of a sudden, I just hear boom, 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 like right next to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of my house! Get out! I'ma beat the fuck out of you! And I'm like, okay. Stop midstream. Wash my hand. Get out. I'm just like, I walk up to the bartender. I'm like, there's a urinal and a stall in there. There's a very angry man at that stall that thinks he lives there. And I was just like, fuck, we brought San Francisco with us, man. Mm-hmm. It scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, 100%. What the bartender do?
Bartender sent some guy in to deal with it. That guy just walks out. The other dude doesn't. Another guy goes in. He comes out. The other dude came out. Never got the end of the story.
Oh, man, I would have hung out.
We hung in for a while. Dude just never came out.
See, I don't know.
That was freaky, man.
I'm opposite you.
I banged back in the door. What if also there was nobody in there when they went in there? It was haunted.
Whoa! Wow.
Maybe it was,
Moaning Myrtle.
There it is. No, she would have just been quiet until Tim like was halfway through and couldn't pinch it off, and then she'd be like, "I'm seeing you." I love small towns like that though. Like the missus and I in the last like month or two have been to Tahoe, which is great, and I love Truckee. It's an awesome little stretch with really nice people that actually will talk to you. And we also have been to like places like Calistoga, which is also like in Napa Valley, and I love just like the slower paced, just relaxed lifestyle that those areas afford you. I don't know that I'd want to live there, but like get up and everyone knows each other in the one coffee shop that's there. You know, like I went to the I went to this coffee shop in Calistoga, and I love doing this. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a bagel. You know, I'm on vacation, carbohydrate time. I go there. It's 10 o'clock, and I go and I'm like, can I get a plain bagel with cream cheese? The guy's like, man, you just missed the last plain bagel. Here's what we got. And he had like a check sheet that had like 2 hashes left next to the cinnamon raisin one. And I'm like, when in Rome, cinnamon raisin bagel with plain cream cheese. I'll take it.
Oh, cream cheese on a gross.
Oh yeah. No, it's that salt and savory. It's a sweet and savory. It's so good.
I don't want that one bit.
But I mean, I like it. I like just to relax because San Francisco's so packed all the time.
I think it's because of where you live. It's a very different vibe where you live compared to a lot of other people. Because it's like
in San Francisco,
there's community vibes everywhere. It's like, yeah, there's nice people all around, but there's actually like good food. There's actually like things to do. It's
no, I mean
really
that's why I live here.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that when I want to take a break from that, when I want to go out to a place where I'm not constantly surrounded by people and their dogs and their fucking kids and all these things. I like a dog, but literally I walked by this cafe the other day and every table had a giant fucking golden retriever that was just wandering out into the middle of the walkway, and I'm like, I don't want to play hopscotch over your fucking dog's leash.
That's when every single place here was like, we're dog friendly. Like literally like, on the menu, there'd just be a totally Photoshop picture of dogs.
Tahoe is having a little bit of a problem right now because it's actually starting to get from my understanding, and I could be totally wrong about this, but it's just what I've picked up from my relatives that live there. A lot of people are moving there from San Francisco, and it's starting to become very, very packed, and it's starting to piss people off. Because before, I remember when I first got together with my wife, and we'd go up and visit there, it was like the epitome of like a really relaxed, kind of sleepy town. And just this last weekend, granted, it was Labor Day weekend, so it was a holiday weekend, but it was packed. Packed, relatively speaking. It's not like Marina packed where I'm like, all right, everyone, stop with the yoga pants. I know you can't all be possibly working out right now, but I don't know.
You can't all be possibly working out.
They could be. If you didn't know, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast each and every week. 4 best friends gather around this table, each coming with a random topic from their lives to talk to you about it. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindoffunny, where a couple of bucks gets you early access, exclusive pre and post shows, and an ad-free viewing and listening experience. If you got no bucks to toss our way, or you made it through this whole show and say, man, these people do not deserve money, I felt it. Nice try. I couldn't believe Andy didn't feel it when I did it to him. You can go over to youtube.com/kindoffunny and podcast services around the globe each and every Friday to get the show for free with ads, no pre and post show. Until next time, we have a post show to do. It's been our pleasure to serve you.